Good evening, everyone. I'm your Dungeon Master, Matthew, and I'd like to welcome you back to Stories to D4. We don't have a lot before our session here tonight, so let's just jump into things with our players. Hey, everybody. How you been?
Doing good.
Great.
There was a lot of talk just before we started rolling here tonight about, I don't want to say shenanigans, but there was a lot of despair, and there was also some business planning. Can we explain exactly how we got to this point?
Desperation.
Stupidity, actually.
Oh, okay, a little bit.
The ability to teleport into a convenient spot that is bad for us.
I would say just bumbling.
I don't think we know
Maybe
what
fumbling.
we're doing.
Yeah.
We clearly
We
do
are
not know what
perhaps
we're
a
doing. Sort of defiant of things.
Yeah.
We do it with a smile on our face.
Yeah.
I'm not
Oh.
Jake, I'm sorry.
Quite clever. Quite clever. Yes, as you
We're
may
not the
have noticed,
begrudging frowns.
This is Jake is still not with us, but he will be returning this upcoming Friday. We're very excited to have him back, and well, I'm sure he's excited to see what the Defiant Smiles are getting up to this week without him.
He might not be excited about that.
Working with the mob, fighting other mob, you know.
He used for 3 weeks and we just
Becoming
destroying our front door.
So
That wasn't our fault.
before we talk about last week's session, and so before we do our recap and jump into the session, I only have 2 announcements, one of which is me just handing things away. The first big announcement is that we are actually this Sunday going to be recording our Creator Showcase. For those of you who've been paying attention, you may have heard this before, and if you're new, welcome. The Creator Showcase is where we're going to be showcasing a couple of different pieces of homebrew made by some of the fantastic creators in the space. That includes Kev, Never Not DM, who you might know as GM Ben, Scald, Spicy Encounters 5e, and Brave. Also, there's going to be a new piece of homebrew of my own here, but what's going to happen is we're taking all of these pieces of homebrew and bringing them together in a sort of shared one-shot experience. And I think you'll like how we've decided to kind of mesh some of these different ideas. If you like Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, this is going to be a great time for you to come and see different ways that people are playing outside of the PHB and the other books published by Wizards of the Coast. This may give you extra subclass ideas, it'll give you magic items, maybe you'll even see a cool way to handle a certain plane. But with all these things combined, we'll make sure to have all of the links available both with that video, which will be coming out here in the next few weeks, as well as on our social media. So if you like the homebrew you see, you can head over to their pages and get that. We're really excited and have had a blast coordinating with the creators for the showcase. But that's the only announcement I have until we go to Connor's Crit Corner. Victoria, you have something first?
Yes, so if you are not a subscriber on Twitch, you can become a subscriber, and it's free if you have Twitch Prime.
I have Twitch Prime.
If you have Twitch Prime, link your Twitch account to your Amazon account, and you can do it that way. The other thing is that we have a Discord server. You can find the link to it in the About page on Twitch or the description of the YouTube videos. In there you can access all of our emotes, and if you tie your Twitch account that has that subscription to your Discord account, then you can also join the Storytellers Lounge, which has best behind the scenes stuff, and you can kind of get a little bit of a better feel for what goes on here when the cameras aren't rolling.
After today's session, there might be an assassin stat block in that Storytellers Lounge that we'll get to talk about.
So come hang out with us on Discord. We have a YouTube channel that's also got all of our videos posted on it as well, so if you ever miss a session and it's been a little while, it may not be on Twitch, you can always check YouTube.
And one last thing about the Discord, strange amount of bird memes.
I-
There's been a lot of bird memes, and they're mostly your fault.
Yeah, okay. They're not my... I may have been the instigator for the existence, but I'm not the creator of.
Yeah, you planted the seed.
Okay.
Connor, before I go to your Crit Corner, normally, I just wanted to mention real quick, normally we'll find this little orange die has been... Amanda's not a fan of this orange die.
No.
This orange die has gone on many adventures with us, and it sometimes rolls very hot against the players. But tonight, it is going to be joined by a new challenger in the dice box that is my screen. We have this here, green and gold here. Fantastic. I went to Sick and Bears.
Sick and
Am I allowed to
Bears.
say- we didn't talk about it before, but Sick and Bears.
Six
Twins.
Bears.
Twinsies.
I'm also green and gold, but not as a star.
These we all got dice sets from Amanda's recent engagement party. Who are you getting? Who are you?
Alex,
Who are you
the man behind
Alex,
the
the
screen.
man behind the Alex. As I'm sure you can hear his rampant enthusiasm. Thank you very much. We do appreciate it. But yes, we just wanted to have a quick moment, just take a shout out to Amanda and Alex on their upcoming wedding. And thank you for the dice. I'm not going to be nice with them. I'm going to do mean things with this die.
Paul and I already agreed to make death saves with these dice, so.
That's why I didn't bring 'em.
Dark. Well, let's see
Can't
if we
die.
can get there.
Oh, there you go.
Now, how did we do, Connor? What's the situation in the crit corner?
We can
Well,
actually skip
Honestly,
this
we rolled hot last session.
Did we?
Everyone.
Spicy dice?
Really?
Everyone did. Yeah. Hot. Okay, I'll start with the nat ones though. So, Ismini, you had 2 nat ones.
Yeah,
L, you had 2 nat ones.
that means I rolled a lot.
And Squawk had 1 nat one. I had 1 nat 20. Ismini, you had 1 nat 20. L, you had 2 nat 20s. You're right there, even.
Okay.
Okay.
And Matt, you had 2 nat 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that means I'm a +2 for last week.
You're +2. You won.
That
You won.
Feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I was only a
The
+1.
The start of the next season, I think I'll keep this streak going.
Here's the problem. I'm rolling for me. I'm rolling for Round. I know you roll for more people in general, but I roll for me, Roundor, and Squawk.
I can keep those separate if you like.
I have 6 d20s set out for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that you roll for more people, but me rolling for 3 is a lot of nat ones
Yeah.
possible.
I roll for Thorn and all the people in my head.
Oh, that's smart.
Wait, is that in your head or
More
yours?
dice.
No.
please.
Exactly.
Well, I suppose if there's nothing else, we ended last session in such a way that I want to jump into things. We want to do the recap, guys?
Yeah,
Are
let's
we-
do it.
Do it up.
All right, in that case, when we last met, a war had broken out. Not between 2 neighboring kingdoms, but instead the Defiant Smiles and a local mobster by the name of Mr. Bugarda. After thwarting Bugarda's attempts to burn down the slums known as the Weeds, Bugarda had pretty much declared a blood feud against our heroes. Formerly one of Ladrone's men, Bugarda was very excited to continue enacting his violence on the people of the West End. And our party was happy to meet with the challenge. The Ladrones, they had learned, were recently changing their form of business, moving from more direct violent crime into forming casinos and just focusing their efforts on the Twilight District. Now, with this conflict going on, our party had decided to gather the rest of the guild, Adon, and even some of the new recruits, and bring them to the warehouse, where they thought they had a bit of safety. Unfortunately, they were met with more violence. Tackling on top of the battle at breakfast they had had previously with a master assassin, now they were set upon by a small force of Eltzian soldiers, led by a mighty knight by the name of Sir Farafel. These knights had been misled by Bugarda, informed that our party was nothing more than a band of killers and that they were ordered to arrest the party. But in the scuffle, our party was quite successful, using might and magic to take down the soldiers. The party did, however, learn upon speaking with the enemy commander that this was just a scouting party, that hundreds more still could descend upon their home as the Eltzian military brought down the full brunt of their strength against them. In order to save the party, however, their companion, Jam, offered a bit of a diversion. Seemingly having met this Farafel in the past, she went to speak with him, telling the party to go. And go they did, using a magic item they attained on a recent adventure in order to whisk themselves away to the magical shop of Miss Vanilla Bean. Vanilla Bean, famous for selling magical items to adventurers, kings, heroes, was willing to work with the party, owing them a favor and also maybe having some ties to the families of a few of the party members. They gathered additional resources with which to take down Mr. Bugarda, magical patches, a particularly egregious cloak, and even a magical sword bearing the same emeralds that fuel Laurentius's power. That emerald seemed to awaken something within Laurentius. Going on further, having obtained all the goods they needed to defeat Mr. Bugarda, the party used the magics of Miss Vanilla Bean in order to teleport back into the city, But rather than returning home, they instead were whisked right into the lair itself, a keep normally used to house the various soldiers of Eltz, but here today it is being used as a hideout for Mr. Bugarda, who has his thumb upon one of the captains, one of the leaders of the Eltzian Guard here in the West End. The party's been sneaking around, and you all have taken your time avoiding the various encounters with the guards through the castle, and even with a few well-timed enchantments, being able to sneak up into the captain's quarters. But not before you saw a strange woman, a mage of some sort, who you believed to be the former witch who worked for Mr. Ladrone and is now working with Mr. Bugarda. Making your way up to the office and failing to notice a trap that was laid there, the party was injured and eventually encountered a familiar face. The assassin was here, posing as the captain of the West End Guard. He drew his chains, and that is where we ended our last session. We're starting our session here with the initiative I had you roll at the end of last week, everyone. Let's go ahead and let's bring up that battle map. We left in dire straits, I would say.
Yeah, it's tough.
It is tough.
To jump right into combat.
Hey, you feeling okay? Do you need a second? You need to breathe? You want to just time out?
No.
Start, make
No,
the
let's get it in.
tease, boys.
We waited 7 days.
Wait, 7 days? Oh,
Yeah.
cool down? Well, he didn't have 7 days. In fact, he's not even had 6 seconds because he lost the initiative here. We're going to start with Ililie, Victoria Ralnor's afterwards.
Yep. Okay, great. I'm going to start by bonus actioning Weapon Burst, using my last one of the day, actually.
Now, as a quick reminder, that would mean you're not using the Martyr's Lament if you're doing that.
Activate Marty's Lament.
If you let's
Yes.
Because you were sneaking before, so you
I
can't
forgot
really.
about that, yes.
Yes. So which would you like to do? Just want
Wait,
to make.
igniting,
Bonus action.
that's fine.
So let's give a quick recap of the room itself here. Why don't you give me a quick perception?
Yeah,
Do that for me?
We'll do a quick
Let's do some. Yeah.
just perception.
Little P check.
That's gonna be 13.
13. 13 that's not horrible. Reminder, these lower numbers, we're still, I would still call us in the early game campaign. So taking a quick look around here, you can see that, so obviously you have the assassin here. He has those massive magical chains wrapped around and even penetrating part of his arm. You know these to be quite powerful reach weapons. But as you kind of glance around the room, you see what looks to be, there are a collection of scrolls and potions and what looks to be bandages and small chests on one of the bookshelves nearby. On the large table further into the room, there's stacks of papers. You saw that the assassin was actually writing notes here, well disguised as the captain, presumably sending out more of those fraudulent orders. And as you just continue looking around, you see what look to be small stacks of dice set upon the windowsill for further into the room. The window itself is open. There are the wooden slats that have been pushed outwards, allowing some of the cool air to kind of come in as the sun begins to set off in the distance. There does not appear to be a clear exit to this room besides the door that most of the party has made it through, and the window. Just a reminder, the door itself that you were coming from has stairs leading down and further up still.
Totally fine.
So I want to give you it's been a week, so I want to give you the full context of the room for the
Thank
whole
you.
party.
Can you swing all the way around?
That's what I was about to do. I'm gonna take my move.
Your move.
I'm gonna
Take
use
my
my
move.
movement, not my move action. Sorry. I'm going to swing around without leaving his threat range. I'm going to swing around, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to activate Martyr's Lament, and then I'm going to use my reaction to hold in action. I'm going to wait. I know Ralnor is coming, so I'm going to wait to swing until he arrives.
That is fine. You can hold an action, just as a quick reminder. It's only one attack if you do that.
Yes.
Perfect. So you ready your weapon.
I would rather die than roll without advantage.
So one fun fact that you might consider doing, you're not casting a spell, is you can two-hand this weapon. Much like a regular longsword. Increases.
Sure.
To a D10.
Yeah.
It changes it to a D10. Yes.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and swing this time with two hands.
Yeah, I think it's the first time we've seen this on Martyr's Lament. So you whip around. You watch
There's
as
a
the
piece
assassin.
missing, so.
The assassin is not surprised. So you watch as he follows your movement, but is keeping himself in a battle stance.
Yes.
Okay.
So I ready myself up. And
Readying an attack for once Ralnor is in range. In that case, Victoria, it is Ralnor's turn.
Yes.
Immediately seeing this person, he bit him earlier. There's
Yeah.
still a hole in the one of the side of his the leather armor protecting his left leg.
We've trained enough to know that he needs to get into, if you can move him into flanking with Lilier.
Sure. Oh, thank you, Connor. The more you can help it, the better.
And he will bite.
All
He will
right.
Chomp.
As Rowler charges up, go ahead and you make your attack with advantage, and Elvis triggers your attack. Did you
ahead.
held before?
Ooh. Okay, that'll be a 24.
A 24 to hit is a hit against the Master Assassin.
And then I'll go ahead and do my second attack.
Now, you faced off with this person before. You know that they are, this is kind of a bit meta here, they are a Paragon creature. So we're going to be seeing a couple extra turns here as we go. 17 points of damage.
No, 17 is the second
You
attack.
sure they're not a renegade?
He does the renegade.
I'm sorry.
17 to hit.
17 is exactly his armor class.
Great, 2 hits.
2 hits.
I got a 27.
Those will both hit.
He's not somehow undead now, is he?
I am going to go ahead and use my reaction. I'm going to half your damage. Just give it to me normally.
Great. It's gonna be 6 points of damage.
So half to 3.
Yeah.
Nice. And Victoria, you can give me this damage all together because it's all
17 points of damage.
okay.
Go
You
around.
guys striking against this assassin as you're kind of coming up to swing at him. He actually brings up the chain. You are able to strike against him, and you can see the searing as the radiant light hits his arm. But it looks like he was able to protect himself from it somewhat. However, I'm going to need.
On Roundworth's turn, can I shout to my friends?
Yeah, you
wait
can
for
talk
mine.
as a free action.
Yeah, okay. If you guys are really hurt, stand next to him.
Deck save for Roundlord, deck save for Illilie.
Ooh, I like these.
Stand next to.
And I'm actually.
Round.
I made a mistake, so it's only going to be one of them this round.
11.
11 is a fail.
21.
21 is a success. So you're going to take half this damage. This is acid damage.
Okay.
As you strike. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. That's not a nice reaction.
Did you pop his pimples?
Does Roundlord take this damage?
It's fire, poison, bludgeoning, piercing, and slash.
This is acid, so he will
Yeah.
take this full damage. It's 21 points of acid damage. As you all come striking up against him, as you hit, you see these welled up, almost bruisey, pustule-looking pockets on his gray, ashen skin. Yes?
Never mind, actually.
As you strike against him, pockets of acid are bursting out from him, and there's this backlash effect on you. You two take half of that, which is 10 for you,
Yes.
Lilian. Anything else on Roundlord's turn?
I get scared.
Yeah.
It's his
He
turn.
smells awful, guys. For real.
Oh,
Where's my lap?
Where's your cooking?
pretty
Hey.
strong ammonia smell
Pre-
coming from this guy.
So it smells, yes, like your lap.
A little bit of help here.
Well, I'm okay with doing this. I'm gonna bonus action disengage.
Okay.
You watch as the assassin weaves out of the way of both Ralnor and Illilie. And I'm gonna go ahead and make my attacks. As you have not acted this turn yet, Ismini, this combat quite yet, I will have an advantage on this roll. Ismini, first attack coming at you. Ooh, not good. That is a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll roll the damage between, so you can make your informed decisions here. All right.
Okay.
That is with sneak attack.
Oh lord, I should have made my other decision. I forgot about sneak attack.
That's a. Did you?
No,
you
it's
you've
okay,
fought
it's
him
okay.
before.
I called it already.
Okay. My apologies.
Ooh. I'm about to have a dance.
Ooh, not good.
Yay.
That is going to be 17 points of slashing damage, Ismini, and I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
10.
Ismini, you are grappled, and he's going to lock you into this chain.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
And he is still 10 feet from you, and I'm so sorry. I mispositioned him. I'm going to go ahead and then make my
17.
next attack over at
Which damage was
17.
17.
Great.
Gonna next attack over at you, Laurentius.
Okay.
Same deal. This is gonna have advantage because you've not moved yet this combat. That's gonna super hit. That's a 19 to hit.
I'll shield. That
All right.
will miss.
Strikes against you. Third and final attack. Oh no, I don't have my third attack. I disengaged this turn. So we're going to go ahead and on his turn, that is all she wrote. We're gonna go on to Ismini. Thorn, you're next.
I'm mad.
Ismini, you are grappled. Your movement speed is reduced to 0 as you can. One of your arms, not your offhand, has been wrapped by this tight, barbed, spiked chain. So it's kind of digging into your flesh here as he's pulling tightly on it. This creature you can see is a form of creature known as a Shatter Kai, or a shadow elf.
You don't happen to have banishment,
He's
do you?
bald. He's got these
I can't
small
get to
black tattoos, like dots, over his body. Several of them on his face. Some of them on his arms.
Can I actually roll that, maybe?
What is your question?
I would like to know if he is natively from a different plane.
That's an interesting question. I like that. So you could make a history check, and I could give you a rough guess, but he would be the same sort of creature either way.
Right. $27.
Okay, here's what I can tell you. Well, Shatter Kai certainly evolved, or are from the Shadow Plane, otherwise known as Shadowfell. There are some that live here. It would be the fact that he's here now and isn't part of a kingdom of Shadow Elves. He's probably a native here. He probably lives on this plane.
All right. In that case, I'm going to cast
27.
Scorching
She
Ray.
beat my DC by a lot.
Scorching ray, nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray.
And you are not. So the way we've played this before, you're not.
Do I have disadvantage or anything like that?
You are currently not only threatened, you're literally held by his weapon.
Oh. I wouldn't do it if I had disadvantage. I wouldn't wait.
No, right. You would have disadvantage in this instance.
Great. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
I would really prefer to not. Okay, wisdom save. That is going to be a 17.
Passed.
Okay. Anything?
That's it.
Okay. What did you do? I
told Ed.
All
I
right.
just wanted to
The
test it out.
bells start ringing out through the room itself. Dung 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 dung.
Test it.
Wasn't successful there, but we're gonna keep on going. It's gonna be Thorn's turn. Thorn, you are not grappled. There was no secondary effect on you.
I'm gonna cast Hex on him.
Okay, go ahead and mark. You go ahead and mark him with this magical hex. You hear almost like a sigh internally, the same voice that you've heard when you picked up your sword. Just as like a sound of relief as you imbue this this psychic link between you and the assassin.
Can I affect int saves?
It'd be checks, not saves.
Checks. Okay.
Yeah. It would move the wisdom checks.
What sort of set of checks would you like?
Let's do strength.
Okay.
And I will.
I will let you. So
Huh?
I don't need anything.
I will let you know because they were actually both your idea and Victoria's idea were great. She suggested Dex, which allows you to make his stealth worse. Because you've selected Strength, his ability to grapple gets worse, and the escape
fair.
DC goes down. The escape DC
Action.
has been reduced because it's based on his athletic skill.
Action to escape.
It is an action to escape. That is the hard part.
And I'll cast one I haven't done in a while, Mind Sliver.
Ooh,
make an
okay.
int save.
I'll make an int save. Pretty good at these. 14?
That's a fail.
So tell me what happens here.
9 points of psychic damage, and he has a -3 to his next save.
To my next save, thank you.
Yeah.
I've written
Nice.
-3 here, but I'm sure I'll still need a little bit of help remembering that. So persistent effect. Amanda, you are next, by the way.
Yeah.
All right. Laurentius, is that it for your turn? That's bonus
Yes.
action. You're currently threatened. Drawing out you got your weapon out.
No matter where I go, I will leave his threatened range, so I'll stay where I'm at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Weapon's always out. That's my spellcasting focus.
Perfect. You've got your new sword here, big old emerald here. Kind of looks like it's gleaming a little bit.
Yeah.
Not giving off any mechanical light, but it's just a little bit glowy.
Yeah, glowy like.
It's nice, like your magic.
Thanks. Yeah.
All right, Gwynwyn, I still have you just outside the door. You've not fully entered. The door is fully open though, so you are able to get partial cover there if you'd like to. But he's fully within. You can just pop around if you'd like to.
Perfect. Can I look come over and see, are the acid that we popped earlier, has that refilled on his skin?
I think you might have asked this about this last session, and with what was going on earlier, I'll just go ahead and kind of roll this over. You can tell that it looks like there is a limit to how much there is. It looks like it's manually done. I think you may have made a medicine check last time, medicine or alchemy, but it looks like it's injected, not naturally part of his body.
Okay.
And with the Shatter Kai, Shadow Elves are not naturally resistant to acid. They have no relation to acid.
Alright, then I'm gonna make a spell attack at him.
Okay, go ahead. He's not counterspelling you.
Crap. That's only a 16.
A 16 is going to be a miss, Gwynwyn.
Yeah. That's all I have for now.
Gwynwyn, at the end of your turn, I'm going to use a Paragon action, which means I'm going to take a turn. Let's see here. First things first, I'm going to take the spiked chain that is attached to Gwynwyn. I'm going to let you go.
It's meanie.
Is meaning. Excuse me. Sorry.
Like, I'm not changing
Jumping
it.
around. No.
Not you this time.
I'm going to go ahead and take a step forward.
Aha. Chomp.
Left range.
Oh, I
Left
did.
range.
That's fine. I didn't position myself well last turn.
It doesn't hit.
Okay.
Dang it, Ralnor.
I'm gonna make my two attacks. First at his meanie, and the second one at Gwynwyn. Now, normally there's not cover for range attacks, but because this has reach and you're on this, I am gonna be giving you a +2 to your AC here. So I'm gonna treat it as half cover here. Gwynwyn, you've acted, so this is just a flat roll against you. And I haven't used my bonus action, so I haven't determined this yet. Gwynwyn, using that green die, that is gonna be a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go to his meanie. That is a 22 to hit.
That'll hit. Can't even shield that.
Yeah. Third attack, we'll attack Laurentius. Natural 1.
That misses.
Yeah, so 2 attacks against y'all. No sneak attack is actually happening here. Supposed to be Gwynwyn, it's going to be 5 points of damage. And his meanie, this is going to be, and this is piercing damage on this one, and it's going to be 8 points of damage to his meanie. Additionally, both of you make me a dex save.
Oh.
No, my shield's gone.
Oh, nice. 19 with disadvantage.
Success. That's really good, Amanda. All right.
The dice
You watch
bless you.
he tries to wrap it around your legs, and you are able to just kind of grab onto the handle and stop from getting knocked over. And as it's coming back, whipping underneath is meanie.
14.
14
I grabbed again.
is a fail. You are prone. You are knocked prone by this as he sweeps your leg
Knock me over.
with these. Go ahead and knock over his meanie. However, that's it for this Paragon action. It's kind of like an out-of-sequence turn. We'll then go to the top of round 2. Ililiabe, it's back to you. Ralnor's on deck.
Don't like having to chase this guy around the room.
You can get advantage.
You can get advantage.
You get
more.
Oh yeah, I guys, I know.
I have sword.
All 3 of you were like, by the way, in
No,
case you didn't
want
know.
advantage.
Hey, did
You
you know
you
that
like rolling 3
you also
dice.
roll 3 die when you have advantage? Did you know that?
Hey, do you want my character sheet?
Hey, you should use Weapon Burst to give you an extra element on your...
So
You know
that
what?
makes More damage.
I'll back off. I'll
Oh my
back off.
gosh.
We were just.
I'm going to weapon burst.
Fantastic. Hit me.
Lightning
I
damage.
shouldn't now that he told you to.
All right.
Should-
Lightning
should
damage.
you a
You've used this on him before. You know it works.
It's my signature thing.
Yep.
It's my thing. I'm going to hit him twice,
Okay.
or I'm going to try to. 24.
24 is a hit. Do you want to go ahead and roll the next hit? Thank you.
Come on. 25.
Those will both hit.
I thought you were.
I'm fishing for natural 20s.
I am going to go ahead and give me the first damage, then give me the second damage, because I'm going to use my reaction.
First, you have to take a hand off.
Yeah, I take my hand off while I'm moving.
No, it's not a spell.
So you can do 2 times.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 hands.
Yeah.
I played
Yeah,
Tool
no,
Keyboard
no, good
for a
one.
long time.
No,
I don't do
You
martials.
me.
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
approve of you guys supporting each
This
other.
Victoria's allowed to say things to me.
Oh,
Oh, okay, I see how it is.
Yeah, okay.
it was my cleric that used long swords.
Because you have sleeves.
Anything separate?
No, I just need attack 1, then attack 2.
6 on attack 1.
6 total damage?
What's your modifier?
Plus your modifier?
Oh, 11. I'm sorry.
It's a big difference.
Roll the 1 again.
Okay. Strike against him. Looks pretty effective. All of this is going through on him.
8 on the second one.
Okay.
Dude, that's a 1 and a 2 on the die.
Yeah, that happens. Unfortunately, D10s still have low numbers on them.
shouldn't.
L, bonus action, movement. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah,
and he
stay
has
right
used his
there.
reaction because he went ahead and once again uncannily dodged.
Yes. I'm good.
That is then
Stay
going to
on
be
my turn.
Ralnor's turn. Ralnor's going to have a hard time getting advantage here, but can go bite.
He's not gonna get advantage. He's just gonna go bite.
Ralnor
Surround
go,
him.
Yeah, Ralnor go bite. Absolutely
Wow.
fine.
Chomp. 22 for Chomp.
Nice.
Chomp is a hit.
And 15 for Horn.
That is going to be a miss. So as Ralnor comes over, headbutt, I'm not quite able to get there, but is able to sink his teeth in once
5
more.
points of Chomp damage.
5 more points of damage. All right, he's actually looking kind of hurt, guys.
Great.
These attacks seem to be quite effective. There's grunting and kind of, but you do see as he's fighting, he's clearly smiling. One of the last things he asked you was, "How much of heroes? Do you want to go out with a bang or a whimper?"
Whimper, please.
He's not whimpering
thing.
yet.
That is then going to be the Master Assassin's turn.
Oh no. Oh no.
I don't like.
Okay, he didn't roll well, which means I'm going to decide this randomly.
Oh, come on. We all know what you want to do.
He's surrounded.
I'm on the ground.
No. You don't have to
You're
remind
like
him.
me last time.
You're like, I'm on the ground. From the ground.
It is me.
Thorn, I need you to make me an intelligence saving throw.
No.
With advantage, right?
This is not a spell, but you watch as drawing out
Oh,
with his
no.
hand, you see as he draws out this, is that a natty 1?
It's a negative one because I rolled a natty one.
Incredible. -2, lowest possible roll with our party right now.
Congratulations. Now the official lowest roll.
So he draws out what looks to be this, it's not actually, it looked like a pouch when it's on his belt, but as he's moving around, it actually looks to be some sort of gelatinous form. This small gray-brown little jello thing, which he takes, and he, as he swings it almost like a weapon towards you,
Has
it
no effect.
ruptures.
Oh, sorry.
And most of you, it looks like some liquid was splashed at him. But you watch as this wave of befuddling lights fills your vision.
Oh, God.
You may repeat this save at the end of each of your turns. But talk to me at the start of your turn. I'll explain what's going on. You all see Laurentius kind of reels and blinks back for a few moments. Something's up with Laurentius.
This wasn't a charm spell, right?
This was unfortunately not a spell, nor was it a charm.
Okay.
Very good question, though. We're going to talk about this in just... Does it say charm effects?
Right?
You know what?
Against being charmed.
Against being.
You're not
Being-
charmed in this.
Right.
You're not... Yeah. So you're not charmed in this.
Sure. Saves versus
not
charm.
specific.
Yeah.
Right, there's not descriptors in this one.
Yeah.
But that was an action for me to do this. So he did not get to use any of his...
That didn't do any damage?
No damage.
Okay.
No damage.
That's scary.
I am then going
Terrifying.
to, as a bonus
She just
action...
hurt you. That's some sort of weapon.
Yeah, I'm going to bonus action Shadow Step.
Don't do that.
He always moves. You're
Yeah, but you can't leave.
on the table?
It's literally an assassin.
Yeah.
Begins whipping his chains around him in a frenzy.
When do you start whimpering?
I can stand up now.
Yeah, you can.
Standing doesn't provoke in 5th edition. You knew that. All right, you watch as he puts his back against the wall, smiling, and begins spiraling his chains here. Look like he's still ready to fight. That we're going to keep on going. Ismini, it's your turn.
Yay! I stand up.
Half your movement.
Full
Absolutely.
wizard height.
Living for it.
Full wizard.
Reminder, he still has a -3 to his save.
Bonus action hex.
Oh dear. I'm in danger.
I'm gonna make a spell attack. I do not have squawk. Squawk got
He has a
plus
-3
one.
save, by the way.
Saving.
-3 to his next save.
Yeah.
Oh.
If that changes what spell you want to use.
Before
Thorn got befuddled?
Okay, cool. We're gonna try again. Go and make me with some saving throw. We'll just do it again. Why not?
I don't get it. I very much don't get it.
2 12s.
13.
Let me know what you're doing.
13 points of toll the dead necrotic damage.
Oh, like at first it was almost like a practiced dance, although as you're spiraling into your feet, there's a moment where your shoulders are rolled so far forward, there's a bit of a witch-like appearance.
I
As
tried.
You, ding, 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 this the jingling bells on your wrist suddenly turn cacophonous here, and he like for a moment has to shake his ears, shake his head a bit, rub his temple, rub his ears, and you can see it affected him. How much damage was that?
It was 13 points of damage and disadvantage on dex checks. So now you've got strength and dex checks you've got disadvantage on.
For how long? For the dex checks.
An hour. Hex.
Oh, hex, not from the Toll of the Dead. I was very confused.
No.
Thank you.
No. Two separate things. Were done.
Very good. That's
Dead got buffed.
Yeah.
really,
Real good.
really important.
Strength
Actually,
and
those are
dex
both
being
happening
affected
here.
at the same time right now.
Yeah, that's why you
Sex
did
for a
strength, so I
marshal.
just went in.
Yeah.
You know what?
Wait,
It's gonna be
no.
Thorn's turn. Thorn, start of your turn. Roll me a d10 as you are befuddled.
Oh Lord help me.
On anyone else's subsequent turns, they can try to figure out what's going on with
6.
Thorn. All right. Oh, perfect. Thorn, and I want you to describe to me what this looks like. You don't move or take actions this turn, and you're gonna take 4 points of psychic damage as you're kind of looking around. You've been drugged, my friend. How does Thorn react in this moment? What do you?
Kind of like staring off into space and just like, this feels familiar.
Is he waving his sword around?
I think
You
My
have,
pupils are like dilated.
meaning you have to back off a little bit as his sword comes near you ever so briefly.
Dude.
As you kind of guys are watching this
Run
here,
away, Pop.
Thorn, there are points when your eyes catch on some of your party members, and like his eyes like look at you a little more intense than he
Just
should.
like
and,
look through you.
I will kill you.
and Thorn, at the end of your turn, I'm gonna take a Paragon action. Sound good?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Wait, doesn't he have to make the check again?
On
Please
my
make your
turn.
wisdom, your intelligence saving throw.
Is that the end of
Your turn.
Okay.
Why did he pick sword?
Bad luck.
5.
All right.
Yay.
Still out, unfortunately.
It's a lot higher.
I will say this: the DC's not very high.
Yeah, it's a 7. It's almost a 17.
Please roll well.
I'm gonna take my turn here.
You take a Paragon action.
Paragon action.
Okay.
You gonna hop off the table?
Oh wait, I gotta roll though.
I'm gonna use some of my movement, and I'm gonna go back. It's fine. I'm gonna move up, and I'm gonna swing at Ralnor. Oh, should I swing at Ralnor or Lilie 3 times? I'm gonna swing at Ralnor. Swing at Ralnor once. 24. Make a dex save.
Are your weapons magical?
My weapons are magical.
Ralnor gets a 4.
4. You're grappled. I'm then gonna move you back a space.
Uh-huh.
Used.
How much damage did you do to my baby?
I haven't rolled the damage
Okay.
because I'm just gonna do the rest of my turn. I'm gonna swing at Ralnor 2 more times. It's an 18 on the die and a 19 on the die.
Those hit.
Make me 2 more dex saves, Ralnor.
That is a 21 and a 4.
Fail. You guys see as he strikes Ralnor multiple times, pulls him into the corner, and that last time when he's got both chains kind of wrapped around him, he whips the chains and you watch as waves of blackened energy emits from his body through the chains and strikes Ralnor. That is going to be 5d6 sneak attack, 2d4 from the 3d4 from the weapons, and 2d10 necrotic.
Is anyone else stressed?
Is
Yeah.
Ralnar gonna be down, taking a nap, or like a permanent?
53 points of damage. Everything hit on that turn.
Was that his actual turn? Or
Whole turn. No, that was his
Or
Paragon
that was a
turn.
Paragon turn?
The Paragon turns are the same as regular turns.
Yes.
And he can do them at any point once during a round.
Okay.
Apparently, he's the good guy in like a.
In a Mass Effect game? You're right. Should have been called a Renegade action. Renegade. It's like Paragon when you call people dicks.
I'm like a nature.
Am I wrong?
In the woe, would you?
The renegade.
Oh.
Part of the renegade dance.
That is
Too old for
going to be
TikTok.
Gwynwyn's turn. Gwynwyn,
Me?
it's you.
Yes.
Elle, you're on deck.
I'd like to know what's going on with Thorn, because I just see him waving a sword.
I will say this. So, I want to know what sort of thing you in this moment are trying to do to identify this. What are you thinking of? Because that'll determine what check you'd
I
like to
wanted
use.
the thing that splashed him on his face. Does it look like a poison?
Perfect. Alchemist tools check. Intelligence plus expertise. Good questions you get to add your good numbers for.
22.
22. Well, you aren't sure of exactly the components of what was just made. You are very confident that he has been drugged in some way. With how potent it was, couldn't possibly last very long.
Okay.
Especially because he doesn't look to be like bleeding from his ears. It probably is going to be short duration.
Yeah, he just threw molly water on my face.
Yeah, he just got. Yes, there it is. He's got a. He's very high. However, I will because that was above a 20. There's a chance he might hurt other people or himself in this state. It isn't a spell, but it's probably a magical reagent that was used.
I don't think I have anything on me that would take care of it
Okay,
right this second. So instead, I'm going to cast a spell at him.
go for it.
Do it. Oh, I'll write it down.
No, I can't. I can't.
Isn't that a 7?
No, it's a nat 1.
Oh,
I can't.
Jeez.
It's not on that.
By the way, a new rule. It's only the roll that you use. That we
Perfect.
17.
17 is exactly his armor class.
So if you roll with disadvantage,
I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Are you trying to enfeeble me?
No, ray of sickness. So point
Sickness.
of view. Disadvantage.
It's I have disadvantage from.
No, if you fail this, you'll get disadvantage on your attacks.
That's a natty 3.
So you are poisoned
I
until
am
the end of my
poisoned?
next turn.
That's good damage for. Oh wait, never mind. Those are d10s.
Yeah.
My bad.
15 points poison
Sorry, I'm
damage.
drugged.
15 points. Guys, he's looking very rough. Additionally,
Poisoned until the end of my next turn, so he has disadvantage on attacks.
you watch as
All
you strike him with this. It looks like waves of acid pour out, and part of the walls and the table next to him begin to dissolve as he bursts again. Not enough for Roundlord to get hit though. It was how much? I'm sorry.
15 points of poison damage, and you are poisoned until the end of my next turn.
I have disadvantage on attack rolls.
And ability checks, yes.
And ability
Guy
checks.
needs Accutane.
Guys, he looks very rough. That is then going to be start of round 3. Illilie.
I imagine I can't get here because there's a physical chain.
Right, you can get to
Yeah.
the diagonal location, but that's it.
Oh, I was just saying, can I jump on the table and strike him from above? I'm not asking
So
for advantage for
no,
it.
you're fine.
I just think it looks cool.
Yeah,
High
make you a quick
ground.
acrobatics check though. Just do that. Go ahead, do that for me.
I like acrobatics.
Do it for the meme.
I don't know if that's great. That's like a 25.
Okay, you guys watch as Elle, seeing what's going on, kind of leaps over Roundlord, and on the table, before she hits the ground, she's able to reach underneath her and scooch the basket of fresh food here and land there without ruining it. You'd have a snack later if you wanted to. Go ahead and make the rest of your attacks here. You don't have advantage, but you are in a good position to attack him.
First, I'm going to spend 2 arcane points to imbue a spell into my weapon.
All right,
It's a
you're
second level
doing
spell.
the thing.
The thing, TM. Let's go.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my reaction to half this damage.
I don't know. I'm not going to make this
Die
decision.
doesn't let me down. Okay. 22.
Yes, AC 17.
Yes, I know.
Give me all of the damage.
I'm casting a spell, so I took my hand off my weapon.
Yes.
Okay.
Chat says we're gonna die,
Yeah.
and our dear ECAT agrees.
Yeah, we're going to die.
Okay.
At least Thorn will die happy.
1, 2,
And high.
3.
Oh.
Plus 5 to this. 10, 19, 21, 26 points of damage.
Okay. You see, as the marks begin to actually build up here, Elle, make me a dexterity saving throw. You strike against him, siphoning energy with this necrotic damage.
27.
27 is a pass. You're going to take half the damage here from his acid body.
Let's go.
Ooh, terrible roll this time. 7 damage, halved to 3. Splashes out and kind of begins damaging what's going on out here. Like you're outside of your armor, just like a little bit. Luckily, you are protected by the leathers quite a bit.
Nice. I'm going to swing again.
Okay.
Uh,
Super hits.
26, yeah.
Great.
Let's see. D8. 13, 18 points of damage.
I'll take all that damage. Couple things gonna happen. First, make me another dex save.
Sure. That's a 10.
15 points of acid damage.
Okay. I'll take the damage.
And as you kind of strike against him, you watch as he kind of sinks into the wall ever so slightly. Some of the acid is pooled and almost made a little nook. He's got an assassin-shaped hole in the wall. As he kind of falls back, his knees awkwardly angled back. It looks painful as he kind of sits there. But you see his breath has not stopped. His chest still heaves. The smell in this place is horrible. The smell of burnt wood and melting stone.
Before I end my turn, I'll lean down a little bit, bending my knees. Lean in. So are you doing the bang instead of the whimper? That's the end of my
It's
turn.
gonna be Ralnor's turn, and as Ralnor's turn is beginning, the assassin opens his eyes once more and just begins looking towards you.
Let's go.
Is Ralnor ungrappled because he got...
Yes, he.
Okay, Ralnor's
What,
gonna skedaddle.
mechanically, you all have depleted his pool.
Ralnor skedaddles out of the room.
Put him beside me.
Ralnor's running.
Ralnor skedaddles.
He does not take the attack of opportunity.
Correct.
You're gonna use his reaction, yeah.
Right.
Where's he going?
Skedaddle. Out.
Bye-bye.
Skedaddle.
Ralnor runs back.
Outside of me.
This is the first time Ralnor's ever
Yeah.
been greatly hurt.
Correct.
Ever.
Ralnor is almost dead.
Poor
so,
baby Ralnor.
so that's
I
Ralnor's
pat
turn.
his head.
Okay.
Ralnor's not even gonna take a swipe
Give
on
him
the way
magic
out.
horse.
Ralnor just runs.
He's still smiling.
I think he was an assassin.
At this point, the assassin.
Yes, he's still smiling.
Oh, the assassin kind of looks up towards you. I think we should continue this dance elsewhere. Will you come with me?
Let's dance.
No. Oh no.
And then
gonna die.
crack, stands back up, kind of popping his joints out of place, looking at you. You watch as he's binding up the chains once more around him, kind of awkwardly bulky. What's going on here? So, I have a decision to make.
He'll stay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go that way.
Stay.
I'm going to disengage as a bonus action.
Jerk.
Rogue, so annoying.
Oh, absolutely.
You're not-
Action to dash, and I'm going to leap down to the courtyard below. We can turn off the battle map at this point, as you watch as he
Let's go.
leaps down and begins sprinting off. We can keep the initiative order here. That's fine. Let's talk about what's going on. The assassin lands down below. It is your turn. What is the plan? You don't need to worry about the battle map.
Okay, I want to move to the window where he jumped out.
Sure. Heading over to the window, give me a quick perception check. I didn't get to hide this turn.
22.
22. So you can see the assassin. The assassin himself looks like he's staying mostly out of line of sight, but you see some of the guards are kind of looking around because he's not currently being quiet as he's sprinting along the upper level of this courtyard. You can see him. There was a small garden that you passed by before, and he's walking through there, staying somewhat low. Looks like he's heading over to the far side of the courtyard towards the maintenance shaft that you went previously, where the auditorium was.
Should I kill him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. I'm gonna cast a spell.
Sure. I will let you know one thing. The closest guard is within 30 feet of him. You can be careful if you're doing something that's area of effect, however.
It's not area of effect.
Okay.
Great. 3 scorching rays are coming at the assassin.
I love it.
Yay.
What are the cards? So, 18, and then 2 of them over 25. What are the cards?
So, fun fact, because of what I did while jumping out the window, I don't have a reaction, so I'll take full damage on all 3 of these.
Great. So Hex also triggers. So there's going to be, my glittery dice are going to be necrotic damage.
3d6 per.
3d6 per.
You physically could end this fight prematurely. I'm for it.
That's more than a fireball.
10.
Hey,
It's a 96.
thank you. Thank you so much for joining us here today. While we're here doing math, we're also having a blast getting to entertain you. How much damage?
29 total. Do you need them separate?
No, because he is not resistant to any of those damage types. 29, he is very much still standing.
Yeah. I rolled a bunch of 2s.
He has only
Rolls on
his
fives?
base. So,
And sixes.
as a quick reminder for those of you who may not be familiar with the Angry GM's Paragon system, because he's at 1 Paragon pool, he's like a normal monster. You guys are all normal Paragon 1, effectively.
For now.
Relax. But yes, so he acts normally. He has just his initiative. Very good as meanie.
Great turn.
And I scooch away from the window so somebody else can come stand up there.
Perfect. Thorn,
Turn.
roll me a d10.
1. I fart.
I need Gwynwyn,
It's not
I need
spell.
Ismini, and I need... Are you in line of sight of... You cannot see Ralnor from
No,
where you are.
behind
Great.
me.
I need Lilie, Ismini, and Gwynwyn to each roll a d20.
I rolled a nat 1.
9.
You must attempt to use your movement to attack said creature.
Thorn, I have the high ground.
Additionally, Thorn, you do take 8 points of psychic damage.
Oh, it hurts him to attack us.
Still have Hex up.
It's not on her, though.
No, I know.
Cool.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I haven't hurt you, really.
I have Hex on that guy and he ran away, so now I can't move it.
Well, you can find him. Hex is great for tracking.
No,
That's Hunter's Mark.
It's the one I wanted to get but couldn't because it was not available because of the
Yeah.
schools. Very fair.
I'll cast Booming Blade and take my swing at L. 'Cause that's what I would do.
Holy cow. You're good at this.
It's a 17 hit.
Nobody.
Okay, cool.
May I describe this?
Yeah.
Heading on over.
Actually, wait. It's a +2 now.
Is that an 18?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a bonus
19.
hit.
It's 19 actually,
You
because
did
it's a
hit
+2
me.
weapon.
But it's
yeah.
fine. I have a surprise for you. Let's go.
Okay. He heads over. You bring your sword up, and like as he strikes you, this massive wave of thunder damage ripples over you. You need to separate these damage types.
No, I'm not attuned.
You're not attuned to it? Never mind.
Okay. That is 19 points of damage.
Damn. Damn, Daniel.
Yeah.
It's fine. Thorn is attacking me. I'm very concerned about Thorn. He seems out of sorts, so I'm gonna try to knock
Really?
him out by
Attacking
spending
you.
my last arcane point to redirect the melee attack.
Well, you'll need to actually reduce it to
I'm
0
go-
first.
Yes. First, I'm going to deflect the strike to reduce the damage.
So it was 19 damage.
19, yeah.
So I don't think you can reduce it to 0 quite yet.
I'm.
We'll see. We'll do
Dex
the math.
mage's level 11. I can't. It's only 14, but it's only 5 damage. Thank you.
So you bring your attack down, and you can like as you strike, clarity hits you, and you watch as she's brought her blade up, and you're pressing her back. These two magical swords clashing. Hers is a lot. This radiant blade is being struck by this strange psychic weapon you have here, and you're able to just barely hold
Thorn!
back
Thorn! Hey, buddy!
as the assassin.
Wrong person.
The assassin is
Wrong elf.
heading off. It's not his turn. He's not actually. Flavor
Yeah.
heading off here.
Is this like an
Thorn.
inner turmoil thing?
Make me your save, please.
Please. Jeez. Thorn can kill me.
15!
That is a success!
Yeah!
So the room here, you have this. Here's the thing, Lilie, when he struck you, not only is there actually the physical damage of the blade and how it's beating down on you, there's a shimmering wave of energy around you. This psionic force that is just barely visible around you. Moments later, it begins to dissipate, and you watch as the clarity comes over Thorn.
No longer
Dude.
wreathed in thunder.
Yeah. You can stop attacking me now.
Hey, I'm good.
Your eyes are crazy dilated.
It is
Yeah.
Win-Win's turn. Here's the question is basically going to be: are we staying in initiative?
I'm still gonna attack him. I'm gonna send a
Sure.
firebolt because I can still hit him with that.
Let me just check something real quick. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I am going to be giving him a cover bonus, you short little person. We're not using the battle map, but you are 25 feet away.
She's a spell sniper.
It's
You're
true.
a spell sniper!
It's true.
Yep.
Gwynwyn
Cover
looks
me.
over the windowsill and does
21.
this with her hands. Oogly boogly. Just
21 to hit.
You're like,
21
cover?
does hit.
Man,
13 points of fire damage.
still good. though.
13 points. Hey, you guys softened him up quite a bit. We're going to the top of the round. Elle, it is your turn.
Does she have enough movement to scoot?
Yeah.
No,
I'm
that's
sure. You
fully
can
out
just
of
go.
fully out of space.
You can
Okay.
just shoot above.
I'm
me.
going to shoot above her, and I'm also going to firebolt this guy.
Okay, take your fire. You guys all just levying
long
all
time
sorts of
since I've done
attacks down at him, but he's still standing.
We're at the top of a tower in like this giant like keep full of guards, and we're just trying to snipe a guy.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
As you
Bad
do.
idea.
Oh,
but-
don't worry. I'm next in the initiative order.
A 13 does not hit.
A 13 does not hit.
I'm not built for this.
L, looking around, just a quick reminder from last week, you can see where he's heading is toward that auditorium, this large structure that seems to have been built at a different time than the keep itself. There's the tower you're currently in where the captain resides, and there is another tower. And it is from this tower that a crossbow bolt is flying at you.
Sure.
17
Nope.
to hit? But you watch as this bolt...
He's like within. I can shout at him.
Yeah. Wait, who? Who is he?
The assassin.
The assassin? Yes. So the assassin himself has
Scream
moved...
at everyone.
He's heading towards the thing.
Yeah.
Are you running towards your boss or away from him?
Make me a quick persuasion check. We have time. We got nothing but time here. We can say the whole word. I don't know what's wrong with me.
No, it's very solid.
Yeah.
What you got?
Yeah.
That's resting against the
persuasion?
wall. Just saying.
17. Oh, I grimaced. But
Not much of a response here, but you do see him kind of turn his head and look as he's running away. There's some level of acknowledgement here as he's moving. L, he's fast.
Get out of
He's
the
like
way, L.
fast like you.
Get out of the way,
after him so bad.
Get out of the way, L.
I step aside and I say,
Well,
At the
it's his turn. I'm going to action and bonus action dash. Excuse me.
Is that without it? Are you outside of 120 feet of me?
I'm outside of line of sight as I enter the maintenance shaft you originally left from.
To the maintenance shaft.
Maintenance shaft sounds so modern.
Do you-
It's a door for workers to work on the rafters above the auditorium.
We never investigated the weird water sounds.
Did we ever
that
figure
were
out his
there.
name?
No.
No.
Okay.
you don't have to know the name of everyone you kill.
It due for a certain spell.
Oh.
But as he's kind of
Maybe
sprinting
it's
away,
Yeah.
there's no he's likely still in the building. I need to know if we are doing anything in this room, if we're investigating what's going on in this room, or if we are, if there's anything else we're doing here.
We need to quickly figure out what was on the paper he was writing, and if we think where Mr. Bugarda is in his compound.
I'm gonna try feeding Brownor a healing potion and see if it takes.
Sure. Are you grabbing from the supplies that are here in the room with the potions?
I have a potion of healing.
I would like to investigate the supply of potions.
Sure. Give me a literal. I actually would like a investigation check as you're kind of looking around here, because you guys. I'm assuming you're doing things quickly. You're
Yes.
not taking 10 minutes to do this.
I'm gonna feed it to him, but I don't know if it's gonna work. 6.
Relnor's wounds begin to close. You watch as the scales mend.
His health just doubled.
Great.
Nice.
21 on investigation.
21. Well, you don't immediately recognize some of them. Some of them are things you've not had to identify in the past. They do seem familiar here. You first spy. You locate 3 potions of greater healing.
Wow.
You also find a potion that is unfamiliar to you. I don't believe you guys have ever had a potion of this in this campaign. This potion itself appears to be looks like water with a slight blue tinge. Like it's like almost like it's got a little bit of blue food dye in it that gives off a soft bit of light. There are also 2 scrolls here. The scrolls, however, as you're looking at them, are of spells on your spell list. So I'll just go ahead and tell you. There's a scroll of lesser restoration and a scroll of protection from poison. There's also a collection. What was your total investigation?
21.
21. I have something else to tell you. There are 3 wolf swill.
Ooh.
Nice.
I'm gonna take my healing potion, by the way.
I'll also
Anyone want
do
a
the
greater
same.
healing?
Right.
We have 3 of these now.
I could use them. Yes.
I'll hand them
Wait,
over.
greater healing?
Greater
It's
healing.
4d4 plus 4.
I'll
Here
do
you
that
go.
first.
Or not. Got your dice.
I got them.
All right, taking a moment,
Already
you begin raiding the stash here. As you're over here, Gwynwyn, you can see that there's a sort of cot that has been folded up and is able to be pushed in the small gap between the outer castle wall and this bookshelf. It looks like there is a cot that is set up here. Fresh blankets. It looks like people are brought. it looks like people are brought here to be healed to the captain's office. However, the captain's not here.
I'm taking all of it. I'm just putting it in my bag of holding.
Sure, that's totally fine. You begin here, grabbing some of the stuff. Is there as long as you guys are willing to take 30 seconds, you're able to, if you're taking 30 seconds, you can drink however many potions and
grab
stuff you'd
his
like.
papers from the desk.
I chugged 2.
Sure. As you can look,
Previous writing.
there are very clearly orders that have been placed. Here. Also, hey Distals. Distals is in chat, just saying, hey Distals place.
Question. People who are of, when you're a high-ranking official, you
Yes.
often have to do some sort of stamp or seal.
Yes.
Is one lying around for placket?
Make me an investigation check. This is all kind of happening at once, and Gwyn was specifically investigating the medical supplies that were here.
Almost definitely not gonna find it.
15 is the DC for this.
Yeah, no way.
You're pretty confident it's probably somewhere around here, but you'd have to take more time. If you want to give me a full minute or 2 minutes.
Do you think it's worth popping the last shard of power that I have?
Yes.
Are you out?
I have 2 first level spells.
Bonus action pop. You can say.
That's a good point.
Ralnor, you can see, has like this. There's a one port where the spines from the chain have damaged his arm. And he's just sitting there, kind of literally licking his wounds. It looks like
I'm a person to treat him a wooden horse.
he doesn't seem to react very much to the wooden horse.
No.
He's very hurt.
I know.
and
I
there's
feel
nothing we
very
can
bad.
do, really.
We can't even like send him.
I'm out of healing potions. I can't do it.
Including the three graders you just got.
3 graders.
Give him a
I'll
greater.
use one. Give
Give him a
him
greater.
one.
Okay, do you want me to? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you need d4s?
I got D4s.
You got d4.
You do hear shouting is going on in the courtyard below.
Let's go up.
Let's go.
17 points.
You're heading upstairs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Taking.
It does look like we broke into the captain's tower and attacked him. By
Yes. You know you guys have a
Looks
bit
exactly
of
like
time.
that, yeah.
the way. Yeah. We did technically do that, but he was actually a bad guy.
The staircase that led up to here, wound back and forth with oddly narrow walls to prevent large forces from proceeding through quickly. So you would assume you guys have a little bit of time before whatever's going to happen happens here. So you all, having taken these potions here, is anyone using any wolf swill?
I
I'm
used.
I'm gonna go
one.
in and give
There's
Ronald
3
a
wolf swill.
I have a wolf
Oh,
swill of my
I had one already that I
I'm
used.
gonna give one to
yeah.
Ronald just for longer term healing.
Okay, great. You can go ahead and roll that. You got more time than that. Taking a second to heal, you then turn around, head out the door, hearing the sound of clanking boots coming from downstairs. They'll probably be here soon, and head further up. It's not very long before you reach the topmost level of this castle, which you can tell from this tower that it's got these slanted roof. Very simply, there's a couple of boards that actually connect the various points of the ceiling that have small pouches that are dangling from ropes. Looks like various supplies, maybe even rations, have been stored and just kind of tossed up here for later use. There's a very simple bed that is up here in the top room, and there is a wide but closed window here. It's about twice as wide as what you saw before, and there's a smaller window that is on the opposite side of the room itself. This looks to be someone's quarters, presumably the captain. Before it was his office. You hear just the people from downstairs just shouting orders. It's like, Sergeant, we got it up there. It's like, move, move, move. These people are coming. What are we doing, everyone?
Is there any sign of life? Any like recent sign of life in here?
Give me a survival check.
Survival.
It smells a little musty in here.
15.
15? No one's been here recently.
Great. We can come back later. We need to get out. I think.
Yeah.
We
Keep
need
going.
to find Bugarda. That's
Yeah,
the problem.
exactly.
So he's not here till it's leave.
I can feather fall us if we want to jump out the window.
All of us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, my question is, when you're feather falling, looking at the position of these windows, there are 2 directions here. You could try to leave the castle through the smaller window, which would take you towards the courtyard. You'd have to find a way to out the gate, the keep itself. There's a gatehouse itself that you could try to look for. Or are you going the other direction towards where the assassin went?
The assassin's probably going to his boss. I'd assume we follow the assassin. We're jumping out the window.
I'm gonna feather fall us. So.
Okay.
All right.
Do you-
Case of
Maddie,
Featherfall,
Do
skip
you want
this.
me to featherfall?
No, I still have 2 more second level spell slots.
Okay. Actually, I don't have a.
This is very clever. Okay.
So, thank you.
You guys would know about 30 seconds at this point before they're going to get up here. You can tell that people have actually made it downstairs. You hear people turning over the table downstairs looking for you. You hear the shouting. There are people one floor underneath you. It sounds like there's probably 6 to 8 people who've arrived here.
Out the door or window?
Window towards the assassin.
Let's go. I'll go
Do it.
first. I'm happy to jump first.
We're all jumping at the same time, so it's other fall forward.
Okay.
Okay,
It's line of sight.
you push open the window here, and as at this point, you see out into the courtyard, the garden, the garden below, the 4 stony hallways that are exposed to open air that just border out the uppermost level of the keep itself. You see that in one direction is the staircase leading to the other levels that are as of yet unexplored, and in the far corner, the northeast corner is where that worker entrance was, where the assassin went. The door is still ajar. You know, because of the increased height, you could get to the door within 10 feet from this position. Though there is an amount of aiming that goes into this.
Yeah.
Say what that is mechanically? There's a DC for this. It's pretty low, but failure that is extreme may cause overhang.
Okay.
Going too far, overshooting this would mean overshooting the building.
Okay.
It is with this I will ask all my party members to make me an acrobatics check.
Thank God.
I mean, yay.
The Defiant Smiles leap from the window itself.
Oh, you remember I have a broken rib.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
As you emerge out here,
Pain is not my problem.
begin descending together, you watch as the marksman, seeing what's going on as you begin floating down, rolls a natural 7, whew, and it clangs off of Gwynwyn's armor, just barely, this bolt shatters and kind of deflects off in the direction. You kind of begin spiraling ever so slightly in midair. I'm gonna go around the table this direction as we talk about your acrobatics as you descend. You see guards below who are looking up, "Hey, what are you doing there?" These guys freaking out. People are calling out. You hear, people are sounding alarms. Panic is going on as you were raining fire. Now you're flying over the castle. Acrobatics.
Natural 20 for a 27.
Natural 20, 27. Fantastic. We're probably going to have to talk to you again in just a second. Is Meanie.
Ralnor got a natural 20 for a 22, and his Meanie got a 13.
Both of those are successes.
Great.
I'm going to go with Laurentius.
16.
16 is a pass, and I'm going to finally end with Gwynwyn.
4.
Good news and bad
want
news.
to die.
The bad news is you failed.
Yes.
But the good news is you didn't fail by 5 or more.
Hey.
So,
That's good.
I'm gonna kind of flavor what's going on here. You all begin descending. Is Meanie and Thorn, you guys end up about 5-10 feet in front of the door and kind of roll down. Ililie is about to land like right where she's going, but you see as Gwynwyn is kind of overshooting, looks like she's gonna go over the side of the castle wall. Ililie kind of flattens her body laying back and is able to just like, let's say like hooking with your leg, are able to just kind of tug on the dwarf, pull you underneath. Gwynwyn, there's a little dung as you kind of hit this overhanging portion of the castle wall. No damage.
I imagine Rowler's
There's
just like
morale
a
loss,
corkscrew
maybe.
straight through. Just
We're
perfect.
really professional skydivers out here.
Ralnor's really
However,
good.
I'm a dwarf.
people
I
are
don't
absolutely freaking out. They're not charging you, however. You watch as the guards look to be, the guards and soldiers who are defending this keep look to be aggregating into small groups, some of them establishing shield walls. Others are calling out. You hear people are calling out. One of them like, Sergeant Burke, your orders! And there are people calling out, requesting information, and they look like they're trying to form around the outer portions of this courtyard, blocking off the main staircase that where you chose to not go. So it looks like for now they're holding, no orders. They're not sure what to do, what's going on.
I did
What
not
was the-
prepare a wall of sand.
Out of character, what was the mercenary group that we hate?
Ashen League.
The Ashen League of the Triumphant.
No one can stop the Ashen League, I yell as we fall.
Heck yeah! Ashen League for life, we say.
You're in the book!
It's so good.
It's the big scary book.
I hate the book.
It's the book where we pissed off a god.
Every time we piss off a god, it gets put
In the Ashen League, it looks like. Makes me concerned.
Maybe their
What
leader
was
is
it? No
a
one
god.
can what?
No one can stop the Ashen League.
Maybe the leader of the Ashen League is one of the gods. 'Cause we never know.
So see
Exactly.
two
Same
parts
energy.
tomorrow. Actually, come to our house tomorrow. We'll have a seat.
The book,
I don't know what's in the book.
Fear and Dreams.
Heroic deeds.
Fear, dreams, and heroic deeds. It's a good tackle.
You hit the ground, rolling. You guys, as you kind of, you could see them like forming up as you guys were descending. But when you actually get to this, the corner itself, you're not in perfect line of sight when you're on the ground. You can see them a few feet up. But now with the gardens, with these, there's hanging bits of vines. There's a couple of hedges that are actually set up on this rooftop garden. It's actually quite beautiful. It kind of betrays the rest of this relatively fortified castle. You all begin to away into this small passage. Is there any spell nonsense I need to know about as you're kind of heading in here?
Are there any doors?
There is the door itself. That was this passageway. Was on this side. It's actually built into the wall itself. It has the same this sort of soft blue wallpapering to it.
Are there any internal locks on these doors?
Well, so it is a door. It has a keyhole you could potentially lock, but you don't have a key to it.
Oh, I meant like, is there any bars or anything?
Is it unlocked?
Yes, you've been here. The door was slightly ajar. You know that when this is fully closed, the door probably is somewhat seated to the door, to the wall. It's meant to blend in. This is a servant, a place where you send servants and workers.
If there's no bar on the inside, then I don't stop to bar the door.
Right.
Let's chase after the assassin.
Heading in, closing the door behind you. You're able to, the only bit of light is the faint light of this pin-style keyhole that you're able to just barely see this little beacon here. But now that you're in the room once more, yes, Ismini goes and takes her brand new. She takes this beautiful silver necklace, pulls it over her face, and as she does, it shifts into this metallic silver set of goggles.
Goggle friends.
Can you help me turn these into bifocals?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very cute. But as you're kind of begin looking around, the upper section, these rafters above the large auditorium used for, it seemed like plays, for military things.
Around here.
The upper rafters, they are considered darkness. Looking down along the lowermost level, about 30 to 35 feet down, you can see that several of the torches have been lit, offering dim light throughout the room. There are some chairs here or there, and in the center of the lower section of the room, close to where you initially came out of the dressing rooms, you see a small wooden stage on the stony floor at the far end of the room, and in its center, a large pool with a small wall about 3 feet up, housing a huge amount of water, a massive pool of this water, just ever so gently is moving. These 4 bits of wood. They're platforms that they don't look like they're crafted. They look like they're broken off pieces of a larger wooden construct of some sort.
Wait, the water's moving?
Ever so slightly.
Is there an active breeze in here?
Nope. The water itself is probably about 35 to 40 feet wide of a
So it's
of a
moving
pool.
with something that's not the wind.
It's if you ever throw some, like if you let's say someone threw, it could be someone threw a big
it's
rock.
Not a still pool of water, and it's not being affected by natural.
It's not moving more than if you bumped an above ground pool with your body.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Looking around the room, because you're probably about 60, 80 feet from the far side of the room where that stage is, you do see a number of Eltzian soldiers are standing there, and the mage woman from before. They look to be standing at attention, shield up. She has her small sparrow still perched on her shoulder, this little bird. They look like they're waiting.
Are we gonna announce ourselves? Because I'm going to be ostentatious for once.
Go ahead. Ma'am.
Announce ourselves?
Yeah.
I don't know how long Featherfall lasts.
I just screamed
But technically,
that
I think
we're
it's a
the Action
minute.
League. It's fine. You can have your moment.
Yeah, it's 1 minute.
How long has it been since the start of the assassin fight?
So the
Has
start
it
of
been
the
more
assassin-
than a minute?
It has been more than a minute because you've used Wolf's Wills.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
We are here
I'm out
to
of it.
fulfill a contract against Mr. Bugarda. We are here to bring him in. Stand in our way, and you will fall. I did it finally. Feels good.
You hear the woman call out, and as she does, the resonance of this room, the construction was deliberate, and you just hear her voice ring out. Not quite an opera singer, but just, I'm afraid I can't have you hurting my new boss.
Then you shall fall.
Thank you.
All right. In that case, I guess the question is this.
How do you want to do this?
I'm more than 60 feet away from them.
Would you like to roll for initiative?
Okay.
Sure.
You're standing up here on the rafters.
Are they Eltz guards?
So as you're kind of looking at this, and Alex, I'm gonna need you to go. In just a second, I'm gonna have you switch over player view.
On the initiative, I'm happy.
Looking down, it looks like there are a selection here of Eltzian soldiers, not guards. Now, in the past, you have seen that the Eltzian soldiers were actually Mr. Bugarda's men. It's not impossible that these are actual Eltzian soldiers. Like you saw earlier at the warehouse, some actual legitimate soldiers. But they are working here with, and you did get her name, Hilda Terryweather.
Hilda.
Remember that for later.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get those initiative rolls. We're gonna start with Thorn.
14.
14 for Thorn, not bad at all. Gwynwyn
4 again.
Middling. I'll take it.
is Meanie.
12 for Ralnor, 8 for Ismini.
Oh no. Lilia,
16.
what's your dex modifier?
4.
You are faster. Very nice.
I'm very fast.
Not bad for...
Alex, I'm gonna just set up a battle map.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah.
Reference.
Oh, yes. Set these to the side for me, and then
And also my delicious vegetables for later.
I don't. Can someone just? Yeah, you can roughly take it. It's fine.
Here,
First
over here,
beat out
this
the
side.
Yeet.
Up here.
I'm very excited about this battle map.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Looks so good.
I'm not. Looks great though.
Is that a Whirlpool fan thing going on there?
Yeah.
Just a giant jacuzzi.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's cool.
Hey guys, we can take a bath out
All right.
Heavy.
Let's let me see here. Oh, let me fix the
Those are
battle map. So we can
Another
see it.
metal bronze. Those are kept.
All right, let's bring the battle map out. Let's show everyone what we got going on here. So, quick explanation of what's happening here. So you see the mage is standing here. This is the door you remember that led to the stone statue and the dressing room where presumably performers could come out and perform on the stage.
Oh my gosh.
You see a collection here of the Eltzian soldiers here kind of blocking the way. And you guys are all currently up here in the rafters. I'm sure that looks weird on the camera, but you are currently above this, but a little bit further away. So on your first turn for your movement, you are going to be able to land, depending on your movement speed and any acrobatics checks, will determine how far forward you can try to get here. This stone wall here is about 2.5 to 3 feet tall, so it can be, you can move over it. For most of you, it'll be as simple as difficult terrain. Gwynwyn, you're going to struggle a little bit.
Yeah.
It would actually be an athletics check for you to get over this.
Gwynwyn. I had a terrible realization. This thing is made of wood.
Yes.
There's lots of wood in here.
The floor itself is wood for most of this, but the outer structure looks like it had large stone columns on the outside, so it's presumably, it would be hard to burn the building down.
That makes things worse.
But it's hardwood.
Because she was like, I won't burn the building down.
It's hardwood, so the ignition point is a lot higher, so it's okay.
It would take like
It's probably
magical
wax
fire.
well, so you
Exactly.
There is no little assassin boy currently in your field of vision, however.
Arn.
Where's your friend? We miss him.
Elle, you actually got the drop on this entire encounter.
Where's the poster boy for Neutrogena?
So my question is this: what is your goal here? You can drop from the rafters, and if you do, we have ways for that to work. What are you trying to do here?
I like to drop from the rafters as far forward as I can get.
Okay, it'd be an acrobatics check for you to try to do this, and basically there's a DC that'll determine how far forward you're allowed to get. Plus your movement speed is 35, so that helps.
16.
16? Okay, so it's gonna be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. So you can get up to this with this right here, and all this costs you is 10 feet of movement to get to the edge here. You can also land anywhere in the water or on this side if you'd prefer to. 10 feet is you basically taking your running start, because it takes 10 feet to do running starts in 5th edition. To get you as far forward as possible. You look confused. How can I help?
I'm not confused.
Oh,
I'm doing
perfect.
math in my head. I'm sorry.
I'm terrified. When Clella does math, it means she's serious.
Very serious.
They'd avoid math like the plague.
The room got a little hotter.
I can get here.
Overdrive.
Yeah.
I would like to be there. I'm gonna
Okay.
place myself there.
Please do. I have a hard time seeing the battle map from here. Let me just move this ever so. It wasn't my water, it was my phone.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Stress me out.
All right, you land General Kenobi style, just in the middle of all of the enemies here.
Hello there.
I can't do that accent.
I can't either.
Here's 5.
hear what I just
Here's
said?
5 bicycles for Connor.
He gets one for the memes.
Okay, you had someone vouch for you. Here's a bicycle.
Thanks.
I set it up and I was like, no.
Black,
No?
like my soul.
Where's your pussy friend?
Oh, that's
To the witch.
Your what?
Your pussy friend. Your.
Oh,
I'm not.
my bad.
Yeah,
I got a little wax.
Here's the thing. I said what
My
I said.
tinnitus
man.
kicked in right as you said it. I'm sorry.
I'm not friends with a filthy assassin.
You're carrying an animal.
She just puts her hand, like genuinely looks offended, and like reaches like reflexively towards her bird. And you watch with her other hand, she just extends her palm as it begins to glow with magic.
Cool.
This is for sure a spellcaster.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh. Well, tough spot. I'm going to just firebolt on the guy to my right.
Sure. Turning
No,
over to the
no,
side,
it's
you can see these soldiers hearing what's going on, seem to be reacting very clearly like they're members of the mob.
Yeah.
These are Bugarda's men.
It's well above a 20.
Good. That'll hit.
Yeah, she landed and they're all like, "Oh!"
Just a reminder, you guys have fought these guys before. They're pretty durable, but they're not very powerful.
8.
8 points of damage versus boy number 2.
I can't weapon burst. I don't have any arcane points, and yeah, so that's it.
Okay, we're gonna keep on going. It is gonna be Hilda's turn. Hilda, actually, I guess it's not great that I rolled high on my initiative here, so I know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to hold a spell. You watch as she begins drawing this massive circle with her hands, and as she traces it, this pretty good but not perfect ring of light begins to form here. She begins casting a spell.
I don't know what it is. Don't look at me.
We're all traumatized by
It is
rings of
Thorn's
light.
turn. Thorn, what would you like to do?
I know her name.
You do?
She 120 feet away.
Yes.
I cast Psychic Lance and I say her name as I cast it.
Oh, so you're staying up top?
Yeah.
You speak her name. You trying to do anything subtly, or is this allowed to be?
I just don't
ostentatious?
need line of sight if I know her name, so it hits.
You watch as she turns her head to the side, as for her.
I like to she just hears it in like the back of her head. Yeah.
It's just that it's not your voice.
No.
It's something else's voice speaking to her. And I make an intelligence save.
int save for 76.
I'm actually pretty high int on this character,
Okay.
but that's a natural 2.
I think that's a fail.
Oh no!
You're in trouble.
I am in fact in trouble.
So
Oh, hey.
I will say, my favorite part of D&D
I have to
is
make a concentration check because I'm taking damage while holding a spell.
my favorite part of D&D is when we start
So
counting
26
together.
psychic damage, and she is incapacitated.
Oh.
Oh.
You know, I'm not going to explain why, but I have the exact rules text for the incapacitated condition right here.
Oh, weird.
An incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions.
Do they have any badness on anything else? Is that it?
It consumes a reaction.
It's not
I would-
stunned or anything
Okay.
like that.
No,
but, yeah.
no, that's the full text. An incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions. Here's the thing. Yes, she spent her reaction for it, but the reason is the reaction is actually used when the
When
trigger
it
happens.
triggers.
The trigger never came up. She loses her 3rd level spell she was casting. Because Lilia didn't try to identify it, and no one tried to identify it, you're not sure what that was, you can try to identify it in your future turns if you'd like.
later?
Yeah, happily.
I know what it was.
But she lost the spell.
Hypnotic pattern? Bicycle?
Incorrect.
Oh, damn.
I love hypnotic pattern.
It's actually not even the right school of magic.
You're right.
You're right. But that is, here's the thing. Incredible. Thorn, what a play, because the mage is knocked out from this. Just you see as she's holding that, the spell is physically there, but as she's kind of holding it, you can see that it's taking all of her mental faculties to even bind the magic,
So that-
but it's breaking. This spell is useless.
That persists until my next turn.
Right, she's ruined. Like she cannot do anything this turn. That is then going to be Ralnor's turn. What is Ralnor instructed to do?
Ralnor will
I
drop
take
from
my
the
movement?
rafters, but not go forward into this. fight
Was that my
today.
turn, or can I take my movement? Sorry.
Oh, take your
You can take your. Do you want to
Okay.
leap?
Yeah, sure. Fuck it.
Okay. Go ahead and. Are you making,
Cannonball.
Do you want to get onto one of these platforms here? You're tall enough to see over them with cover because they're only 3-foot tall walls around there.
Do I? Does it look like water?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
It looks like a big blender. I don't want to jump in it.
Nobody trusts me.
I
No one
trust the
ever
blender.
trusts me.
There's a right in there.
It literally looks like a blender.
We're going to have the plot flushed away if we get it.
That's just a giant
I'm terrified
ninja.
of
That's
this
what that
water
is.
right now. Like, I'm not
Where's
terrified
your
of her.
ground?
I'm terrified of the water.
I do not want to be a.
So go
solitary
make your
jackal.
acrobatics check to determine how far forward. I'll show you the line, and you can continue.
13.
13 is only one, so it's normal. You're gonna be able to get up to the box, nowhere
That's-
further forward.
that's exactly
that
where I
costs
wanna be.
10 feet of movement, and then you can move forward if you felt like it.
Give me my guy.
We're gonna keep on going. I want to keep things moving. It's Ralnor's turn. Ralnor is not intelligent, so if I want to know if his order is to go or order is to stay, because I will be.
Stay.
Ralnor just kind of begins looking around, but like you see, he's impatient, like scratching at the top of this. His fingers rubbing into these divots of acidic, where acidic pools once
Oh no! It
burned
should be.
into
It
the
should be
hole.
go for this fight. It should be go for this.
It's whatever you want. I'm not trying to change your decision.
It'll be go for this fight. Let's see
Okay.
what happens.
Then I would ask for you to do me the favor and say, roll a d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
4. Ralnor's in the blender.
Can I have Ralnor?
Sorry.
Can Ralnor swim?
That's 10 feet of movement. Ralnor's gonna keep charging, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Do I
Let's
have a full
go.
action?
Yeah. I had to check where he was. That's all.
Bite.
Yeah. Where's the pulse button?
19 to hit
The
for the
smoothie
bite.
button. 19 is exactly their armor
Right,
class.
Oh,
There.
there it is.
And definitely too low. The 14 for the horn.
Okay, so go ahead and roll that damage, but we are going to keep on moving. Oh, no, we're not, because you're next, actually.
Yeah, so that's a max damage. 11 points. Of damage.
11 points of damage. Actually, genuine hurts this guy. Comes up, biting at him. You see, this man brings his shield up. Horrible. Ah! As Ralnor leaps over him, and you see Ralnor actually digs his hind claws into the shield and starts like chomping at him. This is horrible little monster. Truly, little terrierist.
Within 120 feet to the ladies.
Within 120 feet of the lady, yes.
Cool. I'm gonna make an attack.
Okay. Firing down from
Wait.
above. You are an
One
unseen
attack.
attacker. You have advantage on the attack
Oh,
roll.
I have an advantage on the attack roll.
Because you are in darkness. And she does not have dark vision.
24 to hit.
24 is a hit. She doesn't have. She can't use reaction. She already spent her reaction, even if she could. She's in a very bad spot. Let me tell you my backstory.
8 points of 8 points of necrotic damage, and she cannot heal.
I'll go ahead and mention it. Elle, you're close enough. She does have a couple potions on her hip.
I figured as much.
Yes, you do.
Mine.
Probably.
Mine.
Ismini, are you going to stay up top?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Then finally we have Gwynwyn. Gwynwyn, you got some people down here doing some fighting?
I'm gonna firebolt her, staying up here. I'm not getting down there.
Okay.
Good call.
The veggies.
21.
21 to hit is a hit against her.
Ooh. Only 8 points of fire damage.
Dang, that is.
8 points of fire damage.
Rough.
She's actually looking hurt. You would say just a little over bloodied. Little higher health than half. She
Oh
did pretty
yeah,
well.
I forgot I did a lot.
You did.
Yeah.
You did
I
quite a
forgot.
bit.
I did a lot.
I was like,
She-
how is she already?
She did quite a bit of damage.
Holy
And we're gonna go ahead and continue there. That is going to be. Gwynwyn, you're staying up top?
Yes.
Cool. It's the Master Assassin's turn.
Yeah, I figured he was up here.
Let's see who I'm going for first here. You guys are all still staying up here. We didn't talk about spreading out or anything, so I'm gonna go ahead and assume you guys are relatively close. This was a fun one. Who do I want? Okay.
He's back.
Taking a few steps
Okay.
forward, he's going to And while this place was physically dark, with all these crossbars, with the actual... Wow, my comparison was going to be Final Fantasy VII's, like the church, you'd run across the beams at the top. But as he's...
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls, yeah. You know, every 13 minutes in Dark Souls, you'll find one of these cathedrals.
Yeah.
Love it to death. Play Elden Ring. It's a good game. But you see, ducking out from behind one of these things, the assassin begins charging towards you. That's going to be 2 attacks.
Still has disadvantage on strength and stealth.
I do.
Yeah,
None of you have a passive perception above 17.
correct. I don't, sadly.
Right. None of you
yet.
beat his stealth
yet.
check.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
15.
However,
Not yet.
it lowered my ability for him to grapple you, the dex as well. Or the strength as well.
I just want to remind because
This is
neither
more
one of us
useful.
lost concentration.
Okay, I'm gonna do the mean thing to his meanie.
Okay,
His
cool.
meanie, I'm gonna go ahead and make my first attack roll at you. I don't know if that's gonna hit. That's a 14.
Nope.
Second swing at his meanie. That's gonna be a hit with a 19.
I don't have enough spell slots to waste for it, so yeah.
Make a dex save.
8.
Cool. That is a success, so I don't actually get to grapple you here, but you are going to take some damage here.
And I'm going to go and make my concentration check. After I get the damage, so I know what my number is going to be.
Correct. Not a lot of damage, nothing to worry about. That's going to be 9 points of damage. This is piercing damage as he slashes against you. Unfortunate. I really want to get that done in 2. We'll make one more. We'll make our third attack here, you, Gwynwyn. He's going to kind of... You know what? I think it's a little bit more fun. I'm going to have him kind of have leapt between the two of you.
Okay.
So man is fully just swinging the chains back and forth. Gwynwyn. 22 to hit.
That definitely helps.
Make me a dexterity saving throw. And take 5 points of piercing damage. Not a lot of damage here.
15.
15 on the dex save. 15 would have failed if it weren't for that strength hex. So you are not grappled
You
here.
said 5 points.
Yes, 5 points of damage. Nothing crazy. And with that, that is going to end his turn. We're going to go over to Ililie. Elle, you're here. The mage is right in front of you. You see that she's holding on to this magic, and at this point, the magic fails. It breaks away into nothing. And she's still, like, trembling just a little bit.
I walk up.
She doesn't seem aware of you.
Is she
Get-
shooketh?
I get on the stage right next to her. I say, "Where's your boss?"
No response. This woman is, like, still dazed.
I look at the soldiers, and then I'm going to swing a sword at her.
Your sword is made of glowing light.
Yeah.
It's so scary.
Don't have advantage.
Right.
A
Yes.
19.
Sorry, I guess
I'm
it's
just gonna roll both. 15.
15 is her armor class.
Cool. I'm just gonna.
Yes, taking your strikes down against her.
I don't have weapon burst or anything. so
No
it's
weapon
just all
burst,
radiant.
no spell strike. You're swinging down on this mage.
It's 25 points damage.
25 points of damage. She
Eight and
is
a
so incredibly hurt by this. You hear, she grunts. It's all she can do, and you see is the spell's beginning to fade, but not quite yet. As whatever effect happened there, she seems aware of this and looks at you, but it's still like babbling. Like she's not quite here.
I assume you can hear me when you come to. Where's your boss? Or I'm gonna swing.
I will say, make an intimidation check with advantage because of Thorn's spell. Additionally, Elle, with your passive perception from where you are, someone is coming and they're wearing loud metal boots from this door.
Okay. Intimidation with advantage.
Intimidation.
I'm not that
Making
intimidating.
a wisdom save.
That's a math 20.
You are holding a sword at this
I'm
moment.
holding a glowing holy sword of a god I
is-
don't worship.
Frightened. She's terrified of what's happening here. But that is going to be her turn, and she's here because this is going on. Can I just kind of flavor it? Like you watch as she tries sparking up more magic, and just again, like she's hearing these whispers, this horrible.
She hears like a no.
horrible.
Horrifying.
You're
Yeah.
so scary.
Yeah, she like.
So you don't know
watches-
that?
She extends her fingers. She's not using a wand here. She extends her fingers, and as she does, you watch as the small sparrow on her shoulder actually opens its beak. You hear these small whispers as she's trying to stretch open this wave of arcane energy, and it dissipates. She's unable to complete the spell here. That's her turn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Horrifying. Thorn. Now, is it the end of your turn
Good
this goes
job.
off? That spell is not.
End of my turn. It's over.
Okay, so you're down here. You can see Ralnor just leapt up here. You've got 3/4 cover here. You've got barrels and.
I would love to just pop out and take a pop shot at this guy.
Sure. Where you're standing, there's a very strange smell. It's like rotted fruit almost.
It is a blender.
Water is bad.
Okay.
Water is bad.
Well, I will take my 2 Eldritch Blast shots at this guy.
Sure. Shooting at the man furthest to the right from the canvas point of view.
Okay. 22
AC 19.
and okay, second one missed. So first one hits.
Go ahead and roll that damage, and then it's going to be Ralnor's turn.
13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. 3 of the 4 guys look decently well hurt. Is then going to be Ralnor. I'm assuming he's going to continue attacking the same boy as before.
Pop behind
Go ahead and make your 2 attacks. AC 19. Ismini is next. And after that's going to be Gwynwyn.
Neither hit. 15 was the highest.
Okay.
He doesn't have a high plus.
He's biting and scratching. This person looks pretty encumbered by this. Like he's not mechanically grappled, but Ralnor is just on him, little tiny Tasmanian devil style, just horrifying.
Whirlwind.
That is then going to be Ismini's turn. Amanda's next. What do you have for us, Victoria?
Will our assassin? Oh, I am grappled by him. Well,
No. You're both in melee range of him. You're not grappled. He failed the grapple attempt on both of you.
Oh. It's an action for you to disengage. I'm going to disadvantage chill touch.
Okay. Trying to prevent him from healing. That's not a bad idea.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, no.
No, unfortunately, that's not quite going to do it here.
I wanted him to not heal.
Yeah. Fair.
And I would have had extra damage from the hex. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
our hex is
Good
still
call.
on him.
Yeah.
That'll be it for me.
All right, Gwynwyn, you're up here. The assassin's here. Ismini fires his spectral hand, but you watch as the chain bats it away, shattering the small spell.
Yeah, I'm just gonna firebolt him with disadvantage.
Hey, man, I respect it.
You guys don't have any touch spells?
15.
I don't have any touch.
Oh, you're 10 feet away. Though.
A 15 is unfortunately not quite going to do it there.
I'm in.
We're going to keep going.
Wait, I was in. I thought I was 5 feet away from him.
You're 10 feet. He has a reach weapon.
So it still counts as disadvantage because I'm within
Yes.
his melee range.
Yes. Imagine this easier way to think about it. Imagine if there was a giant.
Okay.
The
cool.
reason that you're
Then that makes
disadvantaged.
sense. That
Perfect.
makes sense. Thank you for the giant.
Yeah, I was very confused by that. And hey, if we're ever wrong about a ruling and you want to tell us about it, let us know in the comments. We'd
Honestly,
appreciate it.
even if it's wrong, I think it makes sense to me.
It does
personally.
make sense. I'm just upset about it.
A very long weapon.
Yeah.
This isn't.
Hold
He's
on.
not swinging at you
Yeah.
twice. He's spinning and flipping around the rafters. He's spinning constantly. The idea is that you're having to spend your turn focusing on
Yoga.
dodging. Yes.
Too bad.
Kill the smiles, I must.
No.
Top of the round. That is going to be the Master Assassin's turn. This scion of House Yadara. Don't worry. Oh, sure. You're going to have to make me a dex save.
Beat for initiative.
Yes, you were beat by initiative by 3 and 19. Ismini, this is a 20 to hit.
That'll hit. Also, I rolled a 10.
Okay, still no sneak attack. I didn't have a way to get it here, unfortunately.
Okay.
Oh, ECAT, I appreciate that. So, I do.
Fair.
Whenever we do this sort of thing, this is a house rule that we do end up using, and it only benefits the players. So first, you're going to take 5 points of piercing damage, and I'm going to attempt to move you and drop you over a ledge.
Okay.
We always do the same sort of thing for this.
Yep.
Because this is really into a grapple, I'm going to ask for a strength saving throw. He has no idea that you have Featherfall. From where he was, he cannot tell that.
Except, do you have Featherfall?
The
No,
result
it's still on. It's
is
1
a
minute.
1.
You
Doesn't
drop,
count.
and as he lets go, you watch as there's a bit of confusion in the assassin's face as you begin gliding down. He then looks at. He couldn't, where he was, he couldn't see the rest of the combat. He came from past where you were. So the assassin himself, a bit surprised, just watches as you drift. I'm gonna go ahead and roll a d8 to determine your zone. I think that's fine.
That's good.
Ismini, welcome to the battlefield.
Yay!
You're just barely on cam,
Great.
but you drop here. You know what? For funsies, I'm gonna put you right here.
I've got goggles on. I can
for
go
swim?
swimming.
Are
Please
your,
don't.
Don't go swimming.
are your eyes like magnified in the goggles so they
I-
look really big?
I do want to turn them into like big old
That'd be so
bifocals.
fun.
I'd love that.
I have 2 more attacks.
And I'm the only one here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make my attack. My attack on you is made or Illiliade. Oh my gosh,
Win-win.
We're gonna wear name tags.
Jesswin. Win-win.
I, E, G, T, or L, whichever.
Quinwin, do you have an ally within 30 feet?
Nope.
I'm gonna go ahead and. No, I don't get advantage. I'm gonna just make my 2 other attacks at you. I do get sneak attack. Oh, I don't know if those hit. I don't know if those hit. Does a 16 hit?
It does.
Does a 15 hit?
Nope.
1 hit, make a dex save.
Only a 9. These broken ribs, man, are
Disadvantage,
really,
yeah.
really hurting me in this fight.
Broken ribs suck. I never had them, but bruised ribs suck.
Max or min damage?
You take 26 points of piercing damage and are grappled.
I said nothing.
We're gonna keep going. It is Illilie's turn. Hilda is now awake. She's like, you can see that she's kind of come to her senses, looking at you horrified. You watch as she's like trying to conjure up some way of getting out of here. The bird begins fluttering around, trying to distract you here. But it's your turn, Elle. Hilda hasn't got to act yet.
You want to tell me where your boss is?
They'll kill me. But I could leave. I could go.
And find another boss? Isn't this your second one in recent memory?
A girl's got to find a coven somehow, and it's very expensive.
Most people find friends. I'm gonna swing at her again.
Yeah,
Non-lethally.
okay. Non-lethal?
Non-lethally, yeah.
This witch just kind of shrugs her soldiers.
Not
Her
one
soldiers.
for the first.
Yes.
First swing.
She shrugs. All the soldiers lift in the air.
Like puppets.
Oh, the shrug. That's 4 adult men. That's a good shrug.
21.
Yeah.
For the
Yeah,
second.
21 hits her. Don't roll the second attack. Roll the damage for me.
I got a nat 1 on the first.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
6 points.
I could go somewhere. And she's struck by the radiant blade as you knock her, as she crumples.
I'm gonna take my movement. I'm gonna go right here.
Where are you
I'm gonna
going?
go right there.
Oh, well, in that case, now I'm not actually mechanically moving him. He's technically outside the door, but I want to make it a little more visible. The large man that is entering the room. Elle, you see this person who's kind of opening up. You see him ducking underneath the door. Couple things stick out. One, his armor is very fine. Well, it's reminiscent of the soldiers here. It's got small gildings of gold in it. You can see that the red tabard that goes from neck all the way down past his knees looks to have minor bits of gold thread in it. And it looks like the plate mail itself gives off a soft blue hue, the familiar sign of being forged of mithril. The blade itself has a long wooden heft of some fine polished wood, and at the axe head of the halberd is made of some sort of blackened, polished material.
Cool. At the end of my turn, I'm gonna use a bonus action. I'm gonna cast a spell.
Spending an arcane point to quicken something?
Nope, I don't have it. I only have.
Oh, okay. Final thing you'll note is he has an adamantine collar, a blackened material. You've seen a similar collar once before. Can you make me a history check? The DC on this would be 15 here. I'm gonna stick with what I wrote.
Natural 1.
What is the total for that?
A 10.
10. You know this is a certain type of Eltzian uniform, but you can't place it. You've not been interacted with this part of Eltzian society enough. But this is some sort of uniform.
Expedition retreat, by the way.
Expeditious Retreat is good. That is then going to be Thorn's turn. Thorn, big guy, just walked in. Big man on campus is here. He's got a huge halberd.
10, 15 here. I can see him from there.
Absolutely. He's basically in the doorway, so if you use an attack roll, he's got some cover, but I can't put him here in a clean little way.
Is that... If I cast catapult on that barrel there, can I throw it at him?
Oh, that's so cool. Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Go ahead
Yeah.
and make me that
Yeah,
dex save.
that's awesome.
Using the terrain, I love it. I will make my dex save. Not very dexterous, this heavily armored knight with big weapon. Hey man, I only rolled a natural 5 for a 5.
18 points of damage.
18 points of damage. You strike, I'll let you know, Gerard here.
Just like Jared.
New enemy acquired.
It's not on purpose!
I hit the lock of the target.
You go.
You strike up against him, and as you hit, you watch as he kind of looks around for a moment and then shakes his head.
And
The barrel shatters against his armor, and he looks mostly unfazed.
And is our assassin friend,
All of you are now aware now that he's fighting.
how high up is he?
So the rafters are 35 feet up. It's
Okay.
not very high. So
Fair
additionally, you guys have line of sight of what's going on there, but it's all with partial cover, with half
Okay.
cover. So Gwynwyn wouldn't care. Gwynwyn, you're up there.
Yeah, I'm up
That-
there.
Will be my turn then.
All right, we're going to continue. It is Gerard's turn. So he's going to spend his movement heading in here. I'm going to make my... All right, big man swings in, walks into the... so that he's flanked by these two soldiers. You see the soldiers rear back, bringing their shields up, and then kind of catch themselves and then work with him. It seems like they're not used to fighting with him. And he's going to make his 2 attacks, one at Ralnor and one at L. For Ralnor, he's going to replace it with a shove attempt.
Okay.
So first, opposed athletics checks with Ralnor. The DC is going to be 17. And Ralnor will be knocked prone if he fails.
Ralnor got a 19 or 21. Sorry.
That is a success. Ralnor, you watch as he takes the butt of his halberd and tries to knock Ralnor off, but is not quite able to do it, and is going to swing this massive blade against you, Ililie. L, for that attack, it's going to be a 16 to hit.
No.
Hits you with this blade, and you feel like you get shoved back a couple inches. Very strong humanoid creature.
Lots of force. I'm
Yes,
guessing.
this is a human man, and looking at him, you see that not just is there this collar, but you see along his jaw are these large scars. They're weird and patchy and would require skill checks to know what the hell they are.
Okay.
Well, we'll continue on. It's Ralnor's turn, and then his meanie. Victoria, what would you like to have Ralnor do? Big guy just poked him, so he's got 2 obvious targets, little guy and big guy.
He's gonna focus little guy for
Focusing on little
attack.
guy, absolutely reasonable.
17.
Make both those attacks. It's AC 19.
So
Thank you, Connor.
chomp hits, and the horn is a 17, so it doesn't hit. So just the chomp
Correct.
will hit. That is a 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. He is on death's door. These guys are not particularly, they don't have a lot of health. They have a high
And
AC.
that was Ralnor.
All right.
Yeah,
then-
Ralnor will scooch one over.
Yes, he gets in.
Does it look like this guy has a magical weapon?
This big guy has a massive halberd, and the halberd's tip is made of obsidian.
So possibly, yeah.
It looks pretty darn fancy.
Ralnor,
Silas wants it.
Ralnor is terrified.
Jake is screaming.
Jake says, "Give me the halberd."
All right,
So many weapons, Jake.
continuing on from there. That was Gerard's turn. Very simple on this first turn here.
Ralnor went.
I'll go ahead and narrate something because we flavorfully had him open the door. You would have noticed that when he entered the room as a bonus action, he did something to his weapon. We're then going to move on. It's his meanie's turn, and Gwynwyn is next.
I can see the assassin because I have my night goggles on.
You can see the assassin. He's got partial cover if it's an attack roll.
That's fine. I'm gonna make a spell attack.
Okay.
Natural 1.
What was this? Was it Chill Touch?
Chill touch again.
You watch as he just kind of flips out of the way, and the spell, you have to veer off the last moment before you strike Gwynwyn. The two are very close. He pulls her in, they're 5 feet apart at this point. It's very hard.
I really want to keep him from healing.
That's fair. You don't know for sure.
I don't know if he
heals or
can or not, but I don't want him to.
not. That is going to be.
And it'd be an extra d6 of damage.
Anything else on your turn? Are you fine staying back far away from everything else?
I'm fine.
Do you want to get off the little wall?
Yeah, I'll step down, but
You
so I don't
step
get
down.
knocked into it.
Perfect. You could. It'd be so hard to get knocked over a 3-foot wall.
Yeah.
Hopping down to the wooden floor, you now can smell this the same rotting smell. You've smelled this before in Gwynwyn's lab. There are chemicals in the water.
Great.
Who knows what they're doing?
Could I look at the collar and see if I can recognize where we may have seen it before?
The color?
Collar.
Oh, the collar. Yes. Make me a quick Arcana check. This is just to confirm your initial suspicions here.
21.
21. Before I tell you anything, do you, Victoria, have a theory on this?
I feel like Zarathal had collars on people to mind control them.
Yes.
Great.
This is the same sort of collar that was once attached to a certain drow who you rescued from bondage, given to Zarathal by allies.
Great. Great.
This is a magical collar. You do remember that when he was injured, eventually he was able to break control from it.
Right.
And they're not used to fighting with him.
My notes are correct. So.
Okay. Ooh, I'm excited to hear more later about what you mean on that part.
Oh, I just guessed it before asking.
Oh, perfect.
And wrote it down.
Then Gwynwyn, it's going to be your turn.
I'm grappled, but can still attack him, right?
Yes. You have disadvantage if it's a ranged attack, but not if it's a regular attack roll.
I have nothing that can hit him with besides range, so.
You pull out the hand axe!
Yeah, no. Firebolting him again. Oh. Yeah, that's a miss. And can I bonus action drink my greater healing potion?
Yes. So the big thing about this, now it doesn't matter because you don't have counterspell, but you already had something in your hand. You cast a spell, so you have your spellcasting focus. The only thing is that you have to draw it, put the thing away, and then drink your potion. So all it means is that when it's not your turn, you currently don't have your wand equipped.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter because you don't have reaction spells. But I just wanted to explain the mechanics because as meanie, this would matter more.
Right.
And I'm actually, ignore what I just said. You have 2 arms. You don't lose control of the arm entirely in this. It is just difficult here, so we're gonna pass over what I just said. Don't give me numbers. How you looking? How you looking?
Bloodied. Definitely
Okay.
bloodied.
Hey man, he is also bloodied. And I should clarify, you've done way more than half of his health with all the pools. He's more than halfway done on this. What's going on? That is going to be the Master Assassin's turn. He is going to go ahead and... Everything okay, Amanda?
The feather, was that touch or was it just the range of the spell magic?
So
You said no longer.
the feather itself acts as a spellcasting focus to cast a spell. So it has the normal range.
Okay.
For its ability.
Yeah. So I would say that
120 feet.
you were in range of every creature that you're aware about in the combat,
Okay.
if that's the
Yeah,
case.
120 feet. I've got it on my spell list.
Oh, thank you so much, Victoria. In fact, helping other players is things that can get you rewarded.
Oh,
Ah.
nice.
Consider that like split here between the two of you, if that's fair.
We'll set it there.
It's a communal bicycle, if you will.
yeah.
We've been scheming.
All right, Gwynwyn.
For helping each other,
It's all the like.
Make my first attack. This is still with the same. This is still with the same chain here. So I am gonna be making this first attack with you against this. You watch as he pulls back, squeezing it tighter and pulling you very close. You see this man, pricks of black ink, long since dried, having been dyed into his skin. These strange markings, a foul smirk stretching across his face. That is a natural 20 on the green and gold.
Okay.
Shall we go ahead and do this?
Would you like to expend this to negate a crit?
Yes.
Win-win. We're gonna
Yes.
ask a favor for on your next turn for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what?
We just got it. We're not gonna not let
I would have rolled 12 dice.
Yeah.
Right.
Or 14, depending on what I chose.
Okay, rich boy.
Wealthy.
17 to hit.
Hits.
Still hits.
But it's not a crit.
Not a crit.
Literally half damage.
Strategizing tricks.
It's called optimizing your memes.
Gwynwyn, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, you know I've
Yes.
already grappled? Okay.
Yes.
Disadvantage is really killing me today. 4.
4 points of damage. Not 4 points of damage, excuse me.
No.
I'm going to use my the same necrotic energy as before. So you saw this hurt Round Lord previously. You take 30 points of damage, some slashing and some necrotic, as he strikes up against you here with this.
I'm down.
That was his first attack.
Oh my gosh. Seeing Gwynwyn go. Can we see Gwynwyn go down?
Yes.
Hey,
Why did
jerk
I get-
face.
Why did I get the goggles? Now I can see it.
I thought we were gonna dance.
I'm going to make a decision here, and what
I'm
you're doing
making
now
a
is going to...
persuasion to try to get him
Okay.
to like not murk Gwynwyn in the rafters, because I don't want her to die.
You can attempt this.
Okay.
But I want to give you all the terms before you make a roll. Because if you don't make a roll, I'll just do what I was going to do before. Okay? You can attempt this check. Roll well. I'll reduce the DC of what I'm doing here with Gwynwyn, all right?
Okay.
Roll poorly. You'll make it worse.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get
Roll another as well, just in case.
17. I'm sorry. Math 20.
Nice.
Thank you, Colin.
Gwynwyn, I have a...
Strategy.
Gwynwyn, Amanda, I have a maximum of 3 attacks here.
Yes.
I've used one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to roll for each of the others to determine what I will do with them.
Okay.
First roll,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be imparting disadvantage on myself here. This is not the attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
This is him deciding what to do with this first roll. I need a lot of dice here. Oh, Alex, you're more than welcome to look at my dice.
I was just gonna ask if she's prone or grappled.
Grapple.
Yes.
I'm grappled. And prone.
Both.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
She's also unconscious.
Already did the full.
Okay, that one went the way you want it.
Okay.
Second one. Got good news and bad news.
Mm-hmm.
Standing here, this unconscious Gwynwyn wrapped up in chains. You watch as the assassin takes a look. Fine. Let us continue our dance then. And is going to leap into the water with Gwyn. A couple things gonna happen. Gwynwyn, you are still alive.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a great sentence.
Yeah.
At the moment.
I'm going to land here.
Okay.
It's not enough where it would matter, but just so you know, you'll take 7 points of acid damage
Okay.
and fail 1 death save.
Okay.
It's not 2. It's not a melee attack.
Mm-hmm.
He swings anyway.
Nope. I'm not using my other attacks. I'm going to dive into the water with you.
Mm.
When you're fading in, you're fading kind of in and out here. We're about 5 to 8 feet under the water. Let's call it 5 because that's a convenient mechanical number here.
Right if you're
I'm gonna forgo my future attacks here as I await. Still got one. I've got a dwarf bound up here, and 1 free chain.
He's 8 feet under the water.
He's 5 feet under the water. I correct you.
5 feet under the water.
He's drowning Gwynwyn like, we'll fight later.
He's like, let's fight. As we drown your friend. I'm so far away.
The alternative was I made 2 attacks on Gwynwyn.
I know.
Okay.
This was better. Unless he drowns her.
In acid.
Yeah, so, yeah.
She lived and she died. The same
No,
way.
only poisons.
I wanna keep things out of meta for a little bit
Yeah.
here. I wanna keep things moving. I'm sorry for slowing that down. We're gonna go to Lilier. You just watched as the splash of water bursts out as he dives into the water, and you hear as some of the oversplash hits on the ground. It sounds like it's boiling water almost for a brief moment here.
You want me
But
to-
Elle, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Well,
Or meet me halfway. You have expeditious retreat, right?
yeah, Thorin just said, come to me, and he doesn't seem to care that I'm surrounded, so I guess I'm gonna take some opportunity attacks.
Oh, no.
You know I can't disengage, right? I'm gonna ask you that before I do this.
Thorn doesn't know that. Intelligence
Elle,
6.
what are you doing?
Well, my friend is dying. If I leave, Ralnor will die. But I'm the only one who can make it there on time.
No, it's fine.
No, it's fine. Actually, it's fine.
Ralnor won't die.
I'm gonna spend an arcane point,
Mm-hmm.
and I can disengage as a bonus action now.
It's an action to do that. Is that okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Enhanced. Using your enhanced alacrity, you imbue a bunch of magic here. You do watch. Again, flavor. The halberd comes down, and as it strikes the ground, there's like a reverb around it, and you watch as some of the fragments that burst up from the ground pause in midair.
I can get in that water. Easy.
Okay.
What are you
Like
doing?
on the thing.
Okay. I was just saying, we could both get there.
Okay. You said meet you halfway?
Either meet me halfway or.
What
come
does
to
Thorn
me.
yell at this point? You're saying.
Yeah, you're yelling.
I pull open the cape. I say, "Come to me."
Oh, yeah, sure.
Great. Literally diving into the cape here,
Cool.
heading on over to Laurentius. Perfect.
Let's
A
go.
solid play here. We're going to keep moving.
Goodbye,
That is then
Arcane
going to
Voice.
be Thorn's turn. The next player will be Victoria. Thorn, what you got for me?
I will use my bonus action to get back 1 sorcery point, and then I will use the Cape of the Mountebank to cast Dimension Door.
All right. Where would you like to be?
I would like-
Water does not cause issues here.
I would like to be right here, like this. If
You'll
we
ha-
could...
she has to still be next to you, is the big
Oh,
thing.
okay, then right here is perfect.
Perfect. Both of
I'll
you,
line up with you.
you will both take 10 points of acid damage as you enter this water. It's acid.
Yeah. I was about to go swimming, so thank you guys, because I'm a wizard.
Hey, wizard, please help us with these.
It's okay.
This very lovely line that they've set up.
I don't have line spells.
Do you have any boom fire?
Let's see.
We're to keep going. That was Thorn. There's your action, bonus action. Movement's difficult. You're underwater.
I am done.
Okay, we're gonna keep on going. That's Gerard's turn.
I'm over here, just like, I'm a wizard.
I'm gonna go towards
I'm a
it.
wizard. I'm a wizard.
20, 25, 30, 30. Dash action.
Great.
Dash. Just begins sprinting. Ralnor gets to take an attack of opportunity if he would like to.
He can't do any other reactions other than that, so he misses.
Okay.
Poor baby.
Charging closer, huge halberd in hand. Ah! Actually, he's gonna stop 10 feet from you, not 5 feet, because he has a halberd. That is then going to be Meanie's, or excuse me, that is gonna be Rowlor, then Meanie's turn.
Ronald's gonna bite the guy to the right of where I'm facing.
Great, attacking the same guy he's been
He
attacking
failed.
the whole time.
He's gonna horn the guy. Natural one, I failed again. Ralnor cannot hit.
He's really
Do I get
struggling.
different die for Ralnor? I've used 7 dice for Ralnor.
Here,
It's okay.
here's
Um,
4 more.
No, it's okay. I've got options still.
All right,
A lot of
continuing
options.
the battle is Meanie Callister. Your friends have magically gone to help their ally. This huge knight is charged up toward you. Make a history check.
26.
You have seen this armor before during the king's speech. You face a crown's guard, the mightiest of the Eltzian military. Their neck, round their neck is a familiar sight, a magical collar that allowed Zarathal and his allies to dominate unwilling victims.
I don't know if this is gonna work.
Just do it.
I cast banishment.
I think it's just spell magic.
I don't have it
You guys have
prepared.
betrayed me!
It's an abjuration spell.
Wizards!
Hang
He
on.
fully dips is this reality. You watch as is this the first time you ever cast this?
Yeah.
He casts a
Nice.
spell. He brings up the axe and as
Can he do what I do when I Misty Step?
which is
Where he folds like paper.
Oh my god.
you see as he's folding in. The last thing you see is just the halberd head still diving towards you. Fold back in. Like you swear you lost a little bit of hair there at the very end, but he's gone. Teleported temporarily to a safe demi-plane.
It's in a safe space.
Incredible.
Okay, so
Great play,
I
great
heal my
play.
ward because it's a 4th level abjuration spell. I just don't know how much it heals for because I haven't healed it in forever.
Totally fine. Is that only for your turn? Because I'll keep going when you're looking up your healing.
Yeah, I have no bonus action I can take.
Gwynwyn, I need you to make me a death saving throw.
Oh goodness.
3.
Okay, I know what I'm doing.
Yep. I don't know if we made it there in time.
It is the Master Assassin's turn.
Go, keep for the dance.
Gwynwyn. You're here in a dark place. Chains wrapped around you. You've been sunk into this pit of terrible, caustic, acrid material, but there's a familiarity to it. You have spent so much of your time learning, and you were mostly alone, save for Silas and, of course, Chester. Well, you're here. You've been plunged into this pool of acid. The last thing you're seeing here are your two of your closest friends. More friends. You've made more friends in the last few months than you have your whole life beforehand. I would like to know what is on Gwynwyn's mind here.
She's just thinking, I wonder if this is how Dad felt when he was slain.
Wait a second. Instant waterworks.
Gwynwyn, you take 7 points of acid damage. It is the Master Assassin's turn. And feeling the loosening slack from one of his chains, he is going to engage with Laurentius and Lilier. He has disadvantage on attack rolls here in the water, though I think he fancies himself a better fighter than the both of you. Thorn. Lilier? It's a natural 4 and a natural 6, in case anyone was keeping track here. Spinning around with the two of you, making his attacks as his action. He is going to disengage, leaving Gwynwyn floating in the water, sinking towards the bottom, and move at half speed underwater. Just move a few spaces away. Elle, it is your turn. What are you doing?
I'm going to move over, and I'm going to grab Gwynwyn, and I'm going to drag her onto one of the planks, floating out.
Okay.
I assume that goes to my action.
So it's a grapple, so it would be take an attack, not an action. So you can.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I'll drag her on.
Moving her up here, you're able to do that. At the start of your turn, you do take 4 points of acid damage.
Yeah.
Are you staying in the water, or are you getting on top?
I'm getting out.
Okay. You are, while you're standing here, you are able to get a good. You are able to see him. He's still adjacent to you from where you are. So climbing up here, it's rickety, and now that you're here, you can see it looks like you're on the remnant of a boat, of a warship of some sort. This is some sort of a reenactment.
Okay. And then I look at the Master Assassin, I said, time to dance now? And I'm going to swing at him.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
It's going to be 16, which does not hit.
16 just barely misses, unfortunately,
Sorry.
Chloe. And do you have any bonus actions?
No bonus actions, no arcane point, no weapon bursts. I am truly depleted.
Thorn. Start of your turn. You take 5 points of acid damage.
I don't know if you know this, but Thorn really doesn't like when people die.
Yeah.
Thorn's very angry. I'm going to move up to him. If I can get up here. I don't
Yes. That's basically that's all of your movement. That was 30 feet of movement.
know. Okay. I'll take my sword and I'll strike it down, and I'm casting Destructive Wave, and I'm only targeting him.
Nice.
Make me a con save
You have
with disadvantage.
you have destructive wave.
This is from his weapon. It's all thunder damage. It requires attunement. Speak up a little bit. Let the audience in on that.
This is the best spell ever. My favorite spell.
That is a natural 5. An 18 on the green die. Green dice roll great.
Not for me, but
That's not.
So bad.
Sorry. I'm getting ready for my turn.
I have so many d20s out.
Only 20 points of thunder damage. Yeah, only. It's 10d6.
Yeah.
It's half.
No.
That's lower.
30?
Third.
I rolled 4 ones.
10d6.
20.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said 30.
51.
Tough spot.
If there is a way I can quicken that, I would love to do that.
Well, you can't cast it twice.
I'm not trying to cast it twice. I want to cast that as my bonus action and then take a swing.
Oh. Oh.
And the horrified face of the DM.
I want to make a deal.
Okay.
Make a deal with the devil.
Whatever it is, say no.
There's no mechanics, is what I'm asking to you. Just a question.
Sure.
Pose in your mind less words than just raw emotion. I will give you revenge. Just make me whole.
Tell me what I need to do.
Okay? Make your attack.
Okay. 22.
That is a hit. I'm going to use my reaction to halve the damage.
Okay. Just normal damage?
Yep, normal damage.
Casting it.
You roll
as
it.
Booming blade?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Oh my god. It's not good. Okay.
Is that including your hex? It's still active.
Oh shit.
You have an extra d6.
I forgot.
That's good.
Okay. 16 points of damage. Unless he's resistant to thunder, then I can split it.
He is not resistant to thunder. This turn, you just, as you're climbing up onto the wood, bringing your blade up ready to strike, this wave of concussive force emanates not from the sword itself, but outwards from you. This psionic wave shattering parts of the wood. You watch as some of the pieces of the nearby plank shatter, just bursting. The pieces behind you as well. Not enough for you to lose your footing here, but as you're striking down, this force from whatever entity is granting you these powers, imbued further by this blade, and you strike against him. Is there anything else you'd like to add as you slay the House Yudara Master Assassin?
Yeah, I'd like to get like halfway through, and then the concussion hits, and then he just kind of goes like a pin.
Oh.
Oh.
Thorn, how are you looking as striking down this? You burst into him. There's this wave of this the death throes, this acid forming around him, huh?
No, yeah, I swing down, and then that happens, and I'm just like,
Nice swing.
I hadn't considered the rules of interaction here. He's gonna sink to the bottom before using death throes. There is anyone at the bottom of the water?
Nope.
no.
We dragged everyone out.
A few moments later, you hear, and big bubbles begin rising up as the body bursts beneath here.
So glad we weren't in there.
It doesn't. It looks magical. It doesn't look like his body is likely. Not much is left down there.
Yeah.
We're not out of initiative, everyone.
No.
We have to continue here. It is going to be Gerard's turn. Gerard makes no save, or do I make a save? I don't believe you do for banishment.
No,
You have to
I
lose your
save.
concentration.
Yeah, I think he stays gone.
For 1 minute.
I'm gonna make 4 wisdom saves for the people who are remaining here. That was almost a natty one, but it wasn't. Guy on the far left, freaking out, absolutely panicked here. You watch as one of the men, routed, begins running off, having lost their ally in the center of the board. Gerard does nothing on his turn. The others here are going to kind of form up. Closest one here is going to make his swings. I've been rolling terrible for these. I don't believe they've hit yet. Where's Roller's AC?
15.
Roller takes 3 points of slashing damage from a non-magical weapon.
So he takes no damage.
He takes no damage. Continuing on, that is going to be Rowlnor's turn. Victoria?
By 16.
It's a miss, unfortunately. He's been struggling with hits.
20.
Okay, that is a hit. Roll the damage.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage.
Max damage.
Ralnor finishes off, taking down one of these men here. Another one of them bites the dust here. You're cleaning up nicely here in this battle, but you can hear the sounds of more people coming from not from the direction you've been fighting into, not where all of these Bugarda men have been coming from, but you can hear the disturbances throughout the castle. It doesn't seem like people know where you are. They didn't see where you actually got to, but certainly the entire castle's on high alert. Ismini, you're holding concentration on this spell. You saw the burst as the assassin himself, just the murk of blackened ichor in the bottom of the water here. Whatever was happening here looks ruined by the assassin bursting here.
Great. I'm going to cast Magic Missile. 2 on the guy to the right, 1 on the guy to the left. I'm going to scooch forward and do it.
This one gets 2?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You were right. Perfect.
Scooch forward.
Oh, that is optimal targeting.
4 points, so 8 on the one guy, 4 on the other.
Nice.
1 remains. Kind of out of sequence. You see this man is like his spear grip loosened, horrified, kind of backing away from Ralnor as Ralnor's like bit down on this Bugarda man, as in just growling, pacing towards this evil mobster. There are a lot of debates as to what happens at these moments, Gwynwyn. There is a very real stillness and calm that you haven't felt since, certainly since before hitting the city, maybe even before meeting all of your friends. But your body is so light. The realization perhaps hasn't struck you of where you are. And though you cannot see anything at the moment, you don't feel like you're in somewhere dark. More knowledge is coming. Ililie, you're here with Gwynwyn. You've pulled her onto this small abandoned, it's the abandoned figurehead of some sort of miniaturized warship. You see small wounds on her face, small patches where the acid has harmed her. The pox of the spiked chain around her, and what looks to be kind of grabbed, still tight in her claws, just patches of his armor rended from the battle, from all the damage that had happened there, just tore off this small portion of the leather and the blackened cloth. One of the guards, one of these false soldiers still remains. He looks horrified, routed, but it is your turn.
I lean over Gwynwyn and I'm like, I don't want the last thing I said to you to be making fun of your cooking. I really didn't mean it. I'm really, really sorry. You just have to wake up. It'll be fine. And I have Expeditious Retreat. I ignore difficult terrain currently. Can I piggyback her and try to get her out of the water so I can like lay her down and feed her a potion outside of this rickety terrain?
Okay.
I mean, I think I have enough room to make a running start too.
Yes.
And I can jump 17 feet. So actually 19 feet.
Making your way over here, having as meany as cover. Are you even paying attention to the fight at that point?
No.
Trust in your companion. She's got her wand out. Ismini knows what she's doing. Sorry, where did you want to go? You know the banishment happened. I'm not trying to trick you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to go
You wanna
out
go to the
here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Totally fine. My apologies.
I don't have any potions on me. Looking on Gwynwyn, does she have any potions on her?
The bag of holding lasts 5 days, so it's still active.
Does it have
and
potions?
It has potions. It
I will
has
sure-
4 healing potions.
Right.
Is an action to draw an object from the bag of holding.
That's fine. The witch who's lying on the ground is covered in healing potions.
Totally fine. And also, you don't have to use a bonus action to Expeditious Retreat to get this. You're good. You're able to draw this out, this magic potion.
off her.
Taking off of the other person.
And pour it down my throat and just hope.
You take this, you break the wax seal, uncork this magic concoction, this soft scent of cranberries, always so much cranberries when she brews them. And you begin pouring this potion down into Gwynwyn's mouth. As you often have to do with people who are unconscious, you have to hold her lips closed. You hold her jaw ever so slightly, waiting for this magic to just let her wake up.
Come on.
For her to cough
Come on.
and spit and make a joke.
Come on.
And that will be the end of your turn.
Okay.
Thorn.
I'll take my movement. If I can hop over this.
Yep. That'd be 5, 10. You're at 20 of your movement.
I'll just begin making my way that way. If I can action dash, I want
Yeah,
to.
absolutely. You also saw this person disappear, but it's up to you what Thorn knows about that. I don't know what Ismini has told you about her magic. I know you keep some things close to your chest. No problem at all. It is Gerard's turn. I believe it lasts a whole minute, so we're way you're fine.
My understanding of Ismini's magic is that she made a guy disappear, so I assume that he just is dead.
Ismini's way scarier now.
Yeah,
I can make you not exist.
I saw him
touch
fold
the
up,
guy?
and she like a piece of paper, and I'm like, okay, he's gone.
She turned a guy into an
I have a very high heart rate.
Yep.
Wait.
I get that all the time during these sessions.
Oh man, I do too. 111.
I get this, finally got a heart rate monitor, then I got up there.
111, same.
It would be Gerard's turn. He's still floating, confused in another dimension. It's Ralnor. My question is, are you calling off Ralnor, or are you having Ralnor deal with this person? It's up to you.
I'm not calling off Ralnor.
Okay.
Was it 121
Ralnor
earlier?
will move up.
Ralnor, are you attacking him as well?
Oh no, I'm gonna walk up to the guy and stab him.
You is me.
Yes.
Okay, make Ralnor's attack normally. Make yours with advantage as you move up.
Ralnor's neither one of Ralnor's attacks hit.
Okay.
Or no, 17 hits, right?
17 does not hit. They're AC 19. They're
Okay,
wearing
great.
splint mail and holding shields.
Let's see. I'm gonna walk up to this guy. He'll be up there. I'm gonna stab him. 21 to hit.
Great roll.
4 points of piercing damage.
4
I'm
points of
getting
piercing
extra.
damage.
Can you move both of you around? Alright,
Yes.
Sorry.
Elle, that is your turn.
Nothing has happened to Gwynwyn?
Gwynwyn lies still. Don't feel her breath. If it were not for that, we could be mistaken with all the sounds of battle that have happened here, that maybe you just can't hear it. But there's a stillness to her armor.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the witch,
Okay.
and I'm gonna shake her. I'm going to try to shake her awake.
I understand what you're trying to do.
Yes.
And I normally would very much not let you do this sort of thing. Like, you can't shake,
I will take my whole turn to do this.
You want to use one of her potions?
Yeah, I can shove a potion down.
Sorry, I was trying to be quiet.
Sure. Are you
No, no, please.
For
I
for
shove a
flavor's
potion down the
sake,
thing?
if you'd like to give her the smallest amount possible and I put her at 1, I'll allow that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm still alive.
For now, where's your boss? 5.
Bugarda's under the
4.
statue.
Thank you.
She kind of just points over to the side. There's a I have a in my purse. I have and you begin pulling out what looks to be this stony looking. It's not quite a. It's not a perfect crystal ore, but you've seen it before. It looks like some sort of. It's a stone replication of something else. It's a stony circle with these intricate designs on it. It looks like a fancy crystal ball that has been carved of stone.
Yes. I take it.
It's you put it in the hand. Please don't.
You're going to put down every magical thing you have on you, and you're going to leave. And if I see your face, I'm going to be accompanied by the largest Loxodon you've ever seen.
She just begins putting down her purse, putting down her equipment.
Keep
wa-
going.
You you watch as she's kind of standing here. Welcome, Corbin. As she's standing here, she kind of looks. I can't leave my bird. She's a part of me. My magic is.
Eltz meeting?
Which I point over to Gwynwyn. Can you fix her?
Oh, sorry.
She looks down and kind of begins realizing what's happening here. I'm an arcanist. My abilities. I don't have healing.
The answer is no.
I'm just pointing at a door.
Take your bird and go.
You can see like if you'd like to make an insight check to see if she's being honest with like what she's removing here.
Sure.
But you see she drops. She just actually unbuckles her belt and kind of drops the equipment.
It's a really bad answer.
The belt, like there's like suspenders under her shirt here that hold up her pants and everything. But this is like the belt that has pouches of adventuring supplies and potions and a knife. But she drops that.
I got a 4, so I assume that I'm
4.
Just like, I'm
Not
just
quite
like, I'm,
sure.
like,
I
intimidating.
also realize this would be sleight of hand versus normally this would be sleight of hand versus perception, but here it's like judging the character.
Yeah.
It'd be insight versus deception. As you can tell, not sure.
Yeah.
This would be a dumb time for her to be doing it.
Yeah.
She drops her stuff and kind of backs away and starts heading out of the door in this direction. You put her at 1 health.
Bye-bye.
She's gonna go ahead and when next time she has a moment, cast Dimension Door and get the hell out of this place. That's her goal.
Fair. We dealt with the witch. We got some witchy supplies. Our friend has died. This is a bad day.
Okay. Thorn, actually everyone. I need to know, you see that this guy is trying to surround you. Thorn, you can see he's like putting his spear down, just holding his shield, trying to deal with Ralnor and his meanie.
I'm actually-
You know, Gerard is coming back.
I'm wanting to go up to Gwynwyn, and I'm actually kind of talking to my sword on the way over there and saying, "You want to be whole again? Save my friend, I'll make you whole."
I need more.
I'll kneel down next to Gwynwyn, and I'll take the sword and shove it in my stomach.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I need you to make me an intelligence saving throw.
0.
Cool. You are stunned by your sword as you're holding it here just...
Oh my god!
We cannot lose you.
The rest of you is in me. How can I make you whole?
You hear this like kind of sigh from the creature, and again, switching from words and logic to just the emotions. You see for a moment the green gem glowing before you.
Yeah.
Looking down, you see more of it, and it's not small pieces like the 3 gems you've consumed. It's your whole body is glowing ever so slightly. There's no disconnect in where the light stops. The sword is part of you. You've attempted to stab yourself through the chest.
Sword.
God, if you had passed, I would have had to make you roll a crit against yourself.
Oh my god, now we have 2 dead party members.
So Jake?
So Jay.
I think no but is a thing we have to say sometimes. But you learn something here in this moment.
We
like
all tried our best.
Failing forward, you realize the gem might be in the sword. If you broke the sword and ate it, you would have the gem's power.
Eat the
Stop
sword.
eating rocks, Thor.
But the sword part is a sword built around this power source.
Okay.
Can we just say sentient swords are the best swords?
You're 2 for 2 on those.
Thorn, I will also clarify something now that because we're on camera and Amanda mentioned something. The sword is not the voice. The stones are the voice.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah,
have
no,
more of the stone.
I figured, yeah.
Just a clarification you would get with that natural 0 on intelligence. Math 0. Incredible.
Damn it.
The defiant frowns, Victoria. Really?
Yeah.
Is it because we're all half correct?
We're all about to cry.
So there's a...
What are we doing before Gerard pops back in? What's the plan?
Oh,
I'm gonna put Win-Win on Ralnor's back.
The feather's in my hair. It's just
yeah.
We already we know the feather.
I can't do the feather thing
30
because
I
I will
can-
fall over.
30 seconds
I
before he
can do
shows up.
everything. I will take the feather and go stand
So,
right
quick
where he
question.
was.
Are we killing this person or letting him escape? It's fine. I'm not judging. I'm asking the question.
I'm busy.
Yeah, I don't even notice him, to be honest.
Hey.
Horrified,
leave.
holding a Yes, ma'am.
Wait, health potions?
He's gonna give you a single regular healing potion. That's all I have. And he reaches towards his coin purse.
Dude, I don't
Start
want
to
your
draw
money.
string.
Dude, just go.
And fully leaves, books it. Horrified. Attack of opportunity.
I'll pocket the health.
Having these men run away, sprinting out through the side door here. Get this time. You know the spell's gonna either end in about 30 seconds, 20 seconds, or when you manually dismiss it. What are we
I'll
doing?
take the feather, go stand where he is, and dismiss the spell.
Readying his attack, ready to swing at you. It's gonna be 3 attacks.
Great.
Aren't you gonna...
I mean, I have to wait for his turn to be done. I did my turn.
No, it's your turn. You
Oh, I
dismiss
dispel
it.
magic.
Yeah. Okay. I would like you to make me a real quick intelligence check.
Oh, Lord.
This is your ability score. Sorry, this is be with proficiency. It's a spellcasting ability check.
21. 24.
I don't need to roll anything here. As you strike, you watch as the blackened texture dissipates from the actual the collar itself, and tink, doom, 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 falls off of him. As he readies his weapon, it's already halfway down. Horrified, he turns and stabs into the stonework to your side, not damaging the pools, a foot of stone. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Do you have magical ability? Any healing magic?
No. The man who did this.
Under a statue.
Orb.
You watch as this burly man, this Kingsguard, stands. We have a duty. Citizen, please.
Oh no, he's dying tonight.
It is right and just. I'm with you.
All right. What do we do with Gwynwyn's body?
We're bringing it along.
Oh my God, what's going?
You're closer to him. You can see he has acid burns along his jaw.
Can he tell the other people not to murder us?
We're just guarding.
I'm guessing not.
He can. You can talk to him.
Hey, everyone in this keep thinks that we're rapid murderers, but they murdered our friend. So
You have saved me from this. You aim to deal with this man who.
if by deal you mean dismember, yes.
Well, I would prefer he see the high judges.
It would be better to bring him in. I'm just thinking about the fact that we're guarding Gwynwyn.
You will do as you will. He will not leave this keep. He'll either leave this keep in irons or in a bag.
Bye.
The man takes his halberd. You do not wish me to accompany me to accompany you?
No, we
please-
want you to
please come
accompany
with
you.
us.
We want you to go tell them to not murder us.
Oh,
Before-
so
and then
no,
come
he's
back.
asking: is he going with you to Mr. Bugarda,
Oh,
or
yes.
is he going?
Please.
Come with us, Mr. Bugarda.
Please.
Just do your shout thing that you do, because you're strong knight man.
Just do the stay back. It's my guard impression.
Does he have a horn on him?
A horn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he have a way of telling them that all's
down.
clear? I don't know.
I don't know either. You know what I don't
They
know?
use a special note.
I think that's not actually super unreasonable.
like a special
here.
Like a
code.
stand down.
Yeah.
Well, wait for command. Hold for command.
Yeah, something like
I
that.
would go ahead. I'm gonna roll this pretty easy. I'm gonna say on an 8+.
Wait, can I say something?
Oh.
Historically, I'm gonna pull this out. Oftentimes, in some periods of history in Europe, commanders have had different tones of their horns, so that way you could tell it was legit versus robbing off a thing. So it's more.
I also rolled a
likely-
natural 19.
Nice, cool. I was like, I'm gonna pull out my piece of paper.
Well, I am the highest ranked individual in this fortification.
So disturbed. It's weekend at Bernie's.
Gwynwyn's
No,
body's
it's
here.
not.
I
It's-
already have
it's
Gwynwyn's arm
explicitly
over my
not.
shoulder.
Got
Is it not?
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, but we don't have sunglasses on her, and they're all.
Amanda, if you want to smack Victoria, like
A little bit.
We're not trying to play.
ghost is judging
women
us.
off
that
our
was
lives.
too small for that.
Okay, then
I thought you were kidding. I'm sorry.
I thought you were
Raldor-
I asked if I could ride Raldor, and the answer
Oh,
was
they
no.
know.
He's a small creature. He's Yeah, you're all medium.
What are we
creatures.
gonna do with her?
Just
I don't
put
know what
Win-Win
to
in the
do.
bag of holding.
No, we're not putting women in the
You
bag.
could
Carry your
actually.
friend. You have my arms now.
I'll carry her. I piggyback Gwynwyn.
Holding Gwynwyn
Yeah.
tight to you as well as you can.
She's so heavy.
Jake, are you watching right now?
You begin stepping past into the rear room. We no longer need the battle map, Alex. We're way out of initiative here.
He's not watching. It doesn't look
He's
like.
gonna be
Okay,
so mad. at us.
we're gonna talk to Jake.
Oh lord.
To watch the session. Taking some time, you round your way into those dressing rooms here. You see here that the stones things seem normal here, though there's very clear signs that a bunch of people were here recently. The party, kind of looking around, quickly sees the statue of this human man. You've not seen this person up close. Again, people make checks if they'd like, but he's holding an outstretched palm, gazing at his hand. The stone statue, a little bit larger than life, like a 7-foot tall man, but nothing you couldn't reach and put.
What was that
We
thing
we
you took
grabbed all
from
the
her?
witch's stuff, right?
Yes.
So we stuffed that into the bag of holding.
Yeah.
What was that thing you took from her?
It's a big orb.
It's a stone. She told you. You put this in his hands. over-
Gwynwyn's
He-
body.
Yeah.
I'm going to hand it to you guys to take care of. Yeah. Thank you.
As the grinding filling the room as it begins moving slightly, and then suddenly it begins floating gently over the wooden portion of the floor, revealing a staircase down. You hear down from the bottom. Took you long enough. Come on down.
I'll pop a shard of power on the way down.
I'm gonna remove your eyeballs from your skull.
Do you say something?
Yes.
Who the hell was that? Cheap assassin.
Cheap assassin.
All right, get the big guy and get down here. What is the party doing? You just
Go.
hear this man calling from downstairs.
Go
Hey,
first, big
actually,
guy.
Do you want us him to not see us coming?
Wait,
Like a
what?
fuck club.
No, I think.
Yeah, just let the big guy go down and we'll storm in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
I got a
He needs to be alive.
It's
third level
10
spell.
feet, but roughly like a normal. It's a normal staircase. It's about 10 feet down, so it's like barely underneath the floor of the outside area. Probably was used to store the pool that can be descended. But as he goes down there, you just begin hearing that same voice from before. It's like, well, you deal with him. You don't hear a response more than a grunt, but you can still see Gerard. He just nods. All right, well, get back to your post. Grunk, grunk, grunk. He steps on the inside. He's doing what you told him to.
We're coming down too.
Can I set Gwynwyn down on the stairs?
Taking
I
a
don't-
moment,
I
you
don't want
let
to
Gwyn,
carry her own
you
battle.
lean her against the wall
Shove
here
her on
in this
guard.
room. She looks incredibly small as you place her here.
We don't have a rug.
But I have a shawl.
Okay.
I'll put my shawl around her.
The party begins descending down
Aaron
to
draws
meet
all
Mr. Bugarda. And I think we're going to take our break. It's a little early tonight.
Early.
Early, it's late.
It's late. I got my time off by one and I apologize. We're going to take a real quick break here, and when we come back, we're going to confront the Mr. Bugarda. Sessions are tough.
Yeah, they are.
We're going to go refill our drinks.
Yeah.
Stay right there. We'll be right back.
Don't leave.
Don't leave.
We'll be back.
Gerard will get you.
Bugarda's going down.
It is to answer a question in chat. It is absolutely too soon for rest in peace.
Rest in pieces.
No! What is wrong with you?
We're back.
Who are you referencing?
My body is whole. It was not cut up. in
Barada in about 5 minutes.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Exactly.
You all
Wait,
begin
did they get a
descending.
sassy comeback?
What remains here of the Defiant Smiles follows behind Gerard. Clella.
I'm so sad.
As you follow behind, you are brought into a small, I would even say somewhat ramshackle room that has been placed here. You can see at the far end of the room is what is clearly a recently improvised wall that has been put up. The room itself is not very large, probably about 30 feet in width, about 40 feet in depth, but the outer wall is angled in, so there's a lot less space. It's like almost like it's cut in half of that full size. There's a long table with a fat man with you can definitely tell there's layers of muscle underneath his outer blubber. A small smattering of blonde hair, like someone forgot to sweep up at a barbershop. Like very little just on top. He really should get rid of it. Though he has these rolls on top, you can see that he's got a score of these tiny little beardlets as he sits there. Mr. Bugarda, you see resting at his side, very long is this scythe, excuse me, with it having a bone cap on the blade itself, resting over to the side. You see standing just next to him is Gerard, massive halberd in hand, a small smirk barely suppressed. There are also two. You've seen these before. Bugarda enforcers, just these bandits, essentially, that are standing in the room. He looks up at you with confusion at first. There's a hint of something there in the middle before he stonewalls. Some sort of emotion comes up on his face. If anyone would like to make insights as we descend here.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to make an insight check.
The hell are you doing down here? Big guy, I thought you said you handled these. Don't get exaggerating. We'll have to turn up that collar he gave us again. The hell are you all doing here? And with your knees unbroken?
I recognize similar fashion statement you have there on him. Somebody else that we've killed.
I'll make a quick perception check because he can't roll for crap. Look, because Gerard is like 6.5 feet tall, he hasn't noticed that the collar is missing, is absent, because the armor itself is a block of that. A little present for some friends I've made since going in independent. The hell are you doing in my place? Did you kill that chain-wielding psychopath?
Yeah, we blew him up.
In honor...
We meaning
Unfortunate.
me.
Ooh. Well,
I'm
you
so
all look...
intimidating with this cat.
Wait,
He also is rubbing his
wait,
sides.
do the villain. Do the villain one.
She's a very sweet cat. Also, welcome. For those of you who don't know, this is one of our table familiars, Jazz.
Go Jazz.
She's very happy.
Oh no.
Hello, Jake.
Jake, you might
We have a lot of
Jake.
talking to do.
Don't even say anything. Just let it happen.
Yeah.
But
We'll let him
you
feel it.
stand here before Mr. Bugarda. He just looks at you. Now, why don't we talk about what you want to say before you turn tail, go right back up those stairs wherever you came from.
Ain't happening.
Way I see it, it's 4 of us, only 3 of you, and you all look like you had a right tough day.
The way I see it, it's 4 on 3. I pull out my sword.
You also don't look like you can throw a punch, frankly.
Also, all of you guys, anytime you want a signal to happen, you'll let me know. You'll let Gerard know. You see, he stands. He's not actually armored. You can tell he wears this fine purple silken shirt.
Yeah.
You can see there's a small bit spittle of blood along one side. It doesn't look like it's from his own injuries here. The man himself, probably 350 pounds. You can see as he stands up wide, he knocks over a small goblet there. I won't be disrespected in my own home.
Hey, bro, I have a couple questions, actually. Before we...
Speak, you knife-eared. What?
Yeah, one, do you have a first name, or is Mr. your first name? That hasn't been really clear to us this whole time.
Yeah, we don't really know who you are.
So you're just named after the cheese? Cool. Two, your friends in the Undercroft, do you mind pointing in a general direction for us?
We'll ask you later.
Yeah, we'll ask you later if you don't answer now.
Also, we can ask you later. You don't necessarily need to be breathing.
Oh, I think I'm starting to understand what you want.
No,
And
I'm not done
we
with
could-
my questions. Excuse me.
we could
I'm
work-
not done. Don't worry. I would like a handshake. I'm going to go to touch him?
So you're only about 10 to 15 feet away. You're not very far. I am going to... You watch as he kind of turns to the side, just speaking. No magical effect is seemingly happening here. But as he kind of turns over to one of the enforcers over to the side, about 10 feet to his left, you see that he kind of gestures over to this large wooden construct that has kind of been kind of pushed behind this bookshelf that, as you're walking forward, you can now make out more of it. You see the wooden, there's this wooden device. The wooden device seems to be two large planks that have been put upright in the air and are capped at the top, forming a sort of U shape over what looks to be a wooden bed with sort of like a set of oh, I've lost my words.
Like a
Stalks.
scarecrow?
Stalks. They look like stalks that have been affixed to this wooden set. At the top of the wooden piece is a massive iron blade. It looks a little dull, but it is about 6 feet up. And nestled on the bed, this wooden bed of this device, is a human man who looks awfully familiar. It is Captain Sten Plackett.
Oh no.
The device in question, just for visibility's sake, so you all as players can know, is a guillotine.
Yeah. I can't really help him.
He doesn't. He kind of like looks over and like just kind of gestures over at one of his friends who's standing there. He's just standing close to the device. Make some int checks if you want to figure out how it works, but
How?
I don't want to touch your hand. I don't want to deal with you any more than I have to, and I don't want to get this nice uniform all messy. Kind of. You see, as he does, he drags his fingers along the front of the breastplate of Gerard, who reflexively moves just ever so slightly.
Can I make
Very nice.
I still very much want to touch him.
Actually, no. One more second.
Okay.
Could I, bleeding heart, noble woman from the north here, really would love to trade places with the guy that you have currently strapped in there?
Okay, so I don't know how much you Northerners really know about, well, the kind of advanced developments we upstanding citizens have made here in Eltz.
Right.
But if you'd like to get on in, please.
Two.
I would love to trade places. I would like to make sure that this happens.
Give me a persuasion check. This is such a crazy request.
I'm
sorry, make me a deception check.
I'm noble to a fault. It doesn't go very well for me.
I was like, let's just kill this guy.
Just a 12.
Maybe we can talk about it without your friends. Huh?
Sure. Let me
Well, you heard her. Fuck off.
Let me double check my.
He points to the stairs. You counting?
No.
I'm sorry, did you bring Roundler downstairs?
No, Roundler's up with
Roundler's with Gwynwyn?
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason why is it
I don't need to know. Did you know you could sub with Prime? If you have Amazon Prime, it's completely free, and it helps the channel. We use it for miniatures, cameras, battle maps, and when we get the chance, we do it for sort of things like our creator showcase. It's coming up very soon.
How far is the?
You heard our mistress. Let's head out.
How far away is the doorway from being out of the room from where they are?
Less than 15 feet.
Great.
You guys can walk up the stairs and try to, like, if you wanted to bound down the stairs, I'll require a very low acrobatics check to go full speed downstairs. Absolutely fine.
If there's a way I can be out of sight in the doorway, I'll be there. If not, I'll go up a little further.
You can be out of line of sight, but as close as possible.
Yeah.
Totally fine. You'd be able to walk and get into melee with Bugarda from there.
Cool.
That's not a problem.
Yeah. I'm gonna go hide with you.
Yeah.
cool?
Stealth.
Oh, you want to close the door behind you? Please. And thank you. Dunk. The door closes.
4.
You're closer. I don't like what you're counting. I have no idea.
Could I have mind link with you before we left?
Totally fine.
Cool.
All right, Gerard, why don't you kill this filthy northerner? Gerard is standing perfectly still, his eyes staring at you with a grave intensity. His fingers tightening on this magical halberd in his hands.
I'm just asking, Oh, you're making this difficult for me. I'm gonna Misty Step and stand on Placket to put my hand up so that if the guillotine falls, it won't kill him.
Oh my god!
We good?
Okay.
Gwynwyn, we good? Or sorry, Jeannie? We good?
Wow.
Sorry, Gwynwyn.
Wow!
Too soon.
Too soon.
You can't.
Roll for initiative. I did not think this was gonna happen.
I was gonna put myself there so I can Misty Step out. 'Cause it's only a
Why
verbal
am I
component.
stuck outside?
Going last.
Give me a natural one.
Give me a natural 20.
Nice.
Nice.
Uh,
Right time to get that.
yeah. So a 22 for me.
Math 19.
22 for me.
22 is Meanie.
I was gonna switch places with
19 for
Yeah.
Gerard.
Figured.
because it's a verbal component only for Misty Step, so I was gonna switch places and Misty Step
7
out.
for the Enforcers. The dice tell a story, guys.
What did the forces get?
7 and Bugarda get a natural 1. Thorn
8.
I'm gonna mark up my Misty Step.
is Meanie.
22.
Oh, I had you already. Sorry, Lilia.
A 11. 7 on the die.
Is Meanie. Bonus action. You Misty Step underneath, putting your hand up. The blade itself is only about a foot, maybe a foot and a half underneath you, if that. So, while it would hurt you, we're talking single die type of damage.
Right.
It would hurt your hand. You're cool? I'm
Great.
taking your hand as you're holding it here. There's a guy right next to you who's absolutely confused by what just happened. You disappeared and reappeared somewhere else. You have your action as well.
And it was it a my turn Misty Step, so now I only
Yes.
have
There was
so
no
I-
actual surprise round.
Great.
Meaning he doesn't have his weapon drawn. He was just holding a rope.
I'm gonna make a spell attack.
Okay? There are 2 goons and Mr. Bugarda. There's also the goon is closest to you, not in melee, is holding onto the rope for the guillotine.
I'll go ahead and hit him. I know my friends can do
Okay.
it, Bugarda. 15?
15 hits.
Okay, it'll be 2d8.
2d10 if this is firebolt. What is this?
No, it's chill touch.
It's shield touch.
I don't have
okay.
firebolt. 14. Cannot heal.
Chill touch. As he's like turning around, the chill touch grabs his throat and he's reeling, horror on his face by what's happening as you just suddenly teleport back. But you see, he looks over and just like reaches out towards Gerard, expecting help here. Anything else, is Meanie?
That was my action, bonus action. No movement. I'm standing here.
Would you do me a favor? Amanda, would you like to be involved in the dice rolling?
Sure.
Keep you engaged. Can I ask you to roll 3d20 for Gerard's attacks? This is action and bonus action.
Bless you.
I'm sorry and excuse me.
Not great. A 4 on the die, a 9 on the die, and a 6 on the die.
Okay. 6 on the die with a +9 is a 15, so that's 2 hits.
Okay.
If you'd like to do me a favor, you're gonna need to roll me a d4 and you're gonna need to roll me a d10. Don't add them for me.
Okay. The
Nope.
D4 is a 1, and so is the
Oh.
D10.
Okay. You strike this man with a chill touch. He rears back, and a moment later, the spear tip at the end of the obsidian halberd stabs into the man, and he falls dead. Second, he's gonna swing to the other side and strike as this man falls. One man falls to the ground. He strikes the other enforcer for a small amount of damage. He's hurt, but not completely out of it. That is Gerard's turn. You hear Mr. Bugarda just, "Oh, what the hell is going on?" Freaking out. He's like, relax, chill. Oh, what was the fucking word? Whoa. He's freaking out. That is going to then be, what did I write here? Look at initiative 11. I have no idea what I was trying to write.
I'm in
It'd be a Lily.
Dime?
That's a Lilie. Oh my gosh.
It looked like
It
D-I-M-E.
was dime.
I'm gonna burst into
I
the
don't
She
room.
rolled the natural 20.
So you bust down the door while it's still closed.
I open the door
Times 2.
Okay.
and I burst into the room.
Yeah.
I can't weapon burst. I gotta burst in other ways.
Sure. Shouldering in the door, we'll just call it difficult terrain for one space. You're fine. You can reach literally everyone in this room. It's very small.
I would like to get on the other side of Bugarda.
Bugarda?
Bugarda.
Don't even respect his name.
What's this?
Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bellini.
No.
Yes, you
I would like to get on the other
burst
side.
in, jumping over. You are now flanking with your dear halberd wielding friend here.
5 times. 5 times.
5 times what?
You insulted me or my friends, so you'll die. 5 is my limit.
Who is this person?
Who is this? I've never met this woman a day in my life.
I have literally no resources, so I'm just a marshal.
You're just a
Just
fighter.
a
now.
marshal, just a swinging
You
sword.
see that? Right? Okay.
What happened?
um,
Oh. Hey, man. Who knows? They've only met the king in distance. Who knows what his real form is?
can I have?
They're only
a
getting
24?
hotter. I guess that makes sense.
24. I'm gonna go ahead and swing twice, though.
That super hits. He hasn't acted. so he
22.
He hasn't picked up his scythe yet. Yeah, that counts.
Okay. Plus 10. 20.
20 total. 20 points of damage. You strike at Bugarda. Bugarda looks hurt by that. Ugh! You see him furious, reaching out to draw out his weapon.
Take a few steps back.
It's Thorn's turn. Thorn, you see everything that's happening here. You see one incredibly injured enforcer and one very less injured but still injured Mr. Bugarda. What would you like to do?
So I would like to cast a spell. I would like it to affect most everyone in the room. I can't see
Sure.
anything, obviously, but I want to cast Hunger of Hadar.
What is the radius of this? It's a radius, right?
20-foot radius.
If you are willing to hit L, you can hit L and both enemies that are still alive.
Sure.
I already told him. Do it.
Sure.
I give him first.
Describe to me
You
what
give me permission
happens
to murder me.
as you as the fury raging within you. You and this entity work in concert to conjure this. What does it look like?
It's a 20-foot radius sphere of just blackness. Anyone who's in the sphere is blinded.
It's deep darkness.
Mm-hmm. It's magical
You can,
darkness.
You can
yeah.
see through it.
Yes. Any creature in the area takes 2d6 cold damage at the start of their turn.
Okay. Oh,
Any
no.
Any creature that ends in the area makes a dex save for 2d6 acid damage.
Okay. I love it. This is a very good spell.
Or myself and Sten Blackett.
No, he basically put it in the farthest corner of it just to get the enemies and a Lilie, unfortunately.
And
I can get black.
However, your ally with the halberd can no longer see, but could, hear.
yeah.
You can't make an attack of opportunity against enemies you can't see. So that's one thing. Okay, Thorn, excellent turn. Anything else?
Oh, there's 2d6.
Was that?
2d6 cold damage.
No,
It's the start of their turn and the end of their
The start of the enforcer's turn.
Nice.
I have 8 hit points.
4 points of cold damage.
Okay, very very hurt from this.
Are they ending their turn in there?
No, he's going to immediately start charging. The lizard conversation is continuing in our chat.
I'm just like, is Chad okay?
The enforcer emerges from the darkness, scales covering his skin. No,
He's
no.
not even a government guy. He's
The
a
enforcer
mob.
pushes out of here, kind of looking around. Oh, what was that? And is going to charge over. Yeah, he's absolutely going to come at the guy, the weird drow. He takes out his weapon. This weapon itself is actually, it's not a bladed weapon, but he's got this two-handed club. He's going to swing this down at you. Okay, 17 on the die. It's very much a hit here.
Yep.
He takes 7 points of bludgeoning damage as he strikes you, trying to hit you on the back of the head. But you're able to bring up your arm. It hurts. That's going to leave a big old bruise.
Yeah.
That's his whole turn. It's Mr. Bugarda's turn. Roll your damage. There's only one enforcer down here. He kind of sent everything.
4 points of cold damage, consistent.
4 points of cold damage. Mr. Bugarda is very hurt. He's going to draw his scythe. Tell me to back up in my own. And he's going to make his 2 swings on you.
It's not even
Cold
your
in
house.
darkness.
He is. Disadvantage because he can't see you. Advantage because you can't see him.
Squatter.
Flat roll. That's the one weirdest thing about 5th edition to me. And we're going to talk about it on a footnote someday.
I'm just screaming.
That was our first rules quibble, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay, it's a flat roll with each of these. I'm rolling them together, but they're not. I'm not rolling with advantage right now. 15,
Nope.
22.
Yeah.
As he
I'm gonna take a
strikes
reaction.
down, as with this scythe, as it slices through the air, when it strikes your armor,
Take a reaction.
you can take a reaction. It'll be disadvantage because you can't see him. Advantage because he can't see you. So it's a flat roll.
I've already used the reply.
Oh, you're just having the damage or reducing the damage. Perfect. This is going to be 8 points of damage. Excuse me, 8 points of slashing damage as he strikes against you.
It's not attack.
Can't do percentile.
Don't use the person.
Yeah, I'm good. I take no damage.
All right. So you hear the blade coming through the air, this whisking sound, and you're able to, knowing where he was, you simply step into his attack, pressing like your elbow into his sternum, and instead of slicing you with the blade, the handle actually hits you in the shoulder. It hurts. No mechanical damage. No actual damage happens, and you're just fully in his reach. It's like hard for him to get at you directly.
Cool.
And that's going to be. There's another person talking about lizards in the chat.
Wow.
It isn't. No, it's fine. Hey, man.
Hey.
If this keeps up and you keep showing up here, expect Lizard Man arc. It'll be your fault.
Yeah.
We
You know what's
You
funny?
can prevent Lizard Man.
We've
arc.
had
Matthew?
lizard folk in our
I
campaign.
would
actually.
desperately like a lizardman art. I'm saying
We're
it
going to
on stream.
Apexia and talking to the lizard people.
No, not
So did
Apexia.
Bugarda end his turn in this?
Bugarda ended his turn in this.
Make a dex save.
I would prefer to not.
God damn it.
Oh no! As I believe it's actually arm. So this is hunger of Hadar, right?
Hunger of Hadar, yeah.
So it feels almost like his mind is being like he feels pulled back as this darkness threatens to consume him as he takes acid damage. How much?
4.
He is so incredibly hurt. All right, proceeding on forward. That was Bugarda's turn. He is staying here, so he's going to go back to Ismini. You're holding up the blade itself. The guy who's next to you is dead, having been struck down by your recently obtained ally. What do you do?
Can I see anybody?
No, but you know his last space and can make attacks with disadvantage.
The other enforcer that's alive?
The other enforcer is alive. You can just move a couple spaces over and
Oh,
easily see.
no. I'm not going to let go of the blade. I'm not stepping out of here. I will.
Do you want to break the machine?
I would let. Can I have a turn to just break the machine? Can I break the
Sure. How would you like to do this?
Well, I can't ring
Oh,
bells
I didn't mean
at
to say
it. Is there something I could just jab my dagger into?
Yes, I would ask her to make a dexterity check. This is you trying to just fiddle this in just a
Melee
little
wizard.
No, 9.
bit. 9? No, here's the thing. It just means you're not done. You're not doing anything stupid, but you're trying to shove directly in just to basically force this blade into here. If you fail again, you could potentially damage.
It's so
The
ridiculous.
lizard folk coming.
I love
I
it.
feel like beating up a mob boss, but trying to discuss lizard folk.
We should put chat into the VOD somehow.
Yeah.
You shove this in here. It's not quite done, but you do know if you fail again, you might damage the dagger. Oh well.
Oh well.
Yeah. Ismini, that was your turn. It's Gerard's turn.
I like how it's all somber.
I
And
gotta get you a flame
got
tongue
this.
dagger.
Yeah.
Ma'am, duck.
Okay.
Would you like to roll? Oh gosh.
6.
Because it's 3 rolls with disadvantage. Do you want me to just do it, or are you good?
3 rolls with a disadvantage?
3 rolls with disadvantage. He can't see the target. The target can't see him. Just roll 3 times. Darkness is confusing.
I'll go with the 3 unicorn die. 8, nat 20, and a 14.
Damn. I'll put that down. Who are you rolling
2. This is Sir Gerard Coral.
for? What?
Gerard Coral.
Okay. I'll put Gwynwyn.
Can you roll these
parentheses,
dice?
Gerard.
And add 15. This is weird. Is Amanda about to get a kill well dead?
From the grave.
26.
Amanda, what does it look like when Gerard kills a man he can't see?
is he killing him or is he just?
It'll reduce him to 0 hit points.
Okay.
It sounds squishy. That's about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Oh!
It's going down, and it's like hitting right in the
As he
shoulder.
does, he stabs the axe into his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Gross sound.
Yeah.
Pulling him out of the darkness over the table, and just kind of holds him tightly just in case.
Good one.
Dunk. Places his halberd back on the ground with a resounding thud. You actually can see next to the wound of Mr. Bugarda, the splatter of blood is kind of frozen in relation to him for a moment before it drops.
As the voice of Silas here, grab the bonsai.
Oh, by the way, while you're in this darkness, you hear a bunch of whispering.
This must be Thorn's
Yeah.
brain.
What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a
It's just creepy sea shanties.
It's only a few moments pass here before you've cleared out the bottom section of this. Bugarda was the brains, not the brawn here of the organization.
Yeah, it was implied.
Yeah, Thorns is the brains of the Defiant Smiles.
Thorn is the
I didn't
hunger
even-
of the operation.
Wait, before Thorn dismisses the spell, I want to activate my blind sight. I just want to get the chance to see into the cool spirally darkness.
I don't think you actually see with blind sight.
I can see 10
You
feet.
can just kind of sense it.
You can
It's like
there's-
Daredevil
you can tell there's the rough location of creatures.
Yeah.
No one's alive here.
Dang, it's not even cool.
I can see you. You look funny. You make a weird face.
She crosses
You know-
her eyes in the dark. Have you noticed that? It's kind of weird.
Yeah, but you sleep with your mouth open, so.
I do. I
You
do.
fall asleep on the couch way too much.
Yes.
Okay.
Love couch naps.
You apparently have a couch canonically now.
Yeah.
Thorn naps on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So does my uncle.
Like uncle, like nap.
Are you dismissing the spell?
Yeah, I'll dismiss it. Everyone's down.
Dismissing the spell. There's a bit of calm here. Bugarda is dead. Or, sorry, he's unconscious and dying if you'd like to stabilize him for some reason. Which
Oh
you
yeah.
can't. Sorry, I should have cleared it.
Somebody
He's reduced to 0.
Somebody else needs to stabilize him. I'm busy.
Gerard can do it for you if you want.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not going to.
Pressing him down, you watch as he begins ripping parts of the armored outer part of his. You can see the silken shirt. He's tearing through and ripping pieces of leather armor underneath. Some of the fat here was actually padding he had placed here underneath. Light protection. His AC was pretty low, but working on this and just kind of staunching the bleeding with bits of ripped fabric here.
Where are the Defiant Smiles, by the way? In case anyone asks.
Literal natural 20, natural 19. Jeez.
We might have.
Let's get
I get a natural 20, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Gerard gets another natural 20, actually.
let's get Mr. Plackett out of the guillotine.
Plackett is unconscious.
Oh, he
I'm gonna
didn't
go
even know
back.
I was heroically standing over his body like a
We're
hero.
gonna be kind of dazed instead. He's at 0 hit points.
No, it's okay.
You gotta-
It's okay.
You can see Sten, this human man, probably about 30-ish. You saw him before when the assassin was wearing his face, when it was disguised magically as him.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a little bit for you to rouse him out of this drugged stupor that he has been placed in within the guillotine. A last threat that Bugarda thought might be his insurance here. Able to remove him here, getting Sten out, place him in one of the chairs nearby. He'll be up probably in a minute or two. As he's kind of
I'll
groggy
go
here.
get Gwynwyn and piggyback her again into the room. It's just
Moving her so much.
My corpse around.
what if something happens to her on the stairs? I'm so stressed about it. I think I'm reacting.
It's why I look
Clella.
around more with her.
As Lilier goes up the stairs to get Gwynwyn,
No, Ralnor, don't.
you see Ralnor kind of nestled.
Oh, God.
Just you've placed her in Gwynwyn in a sitting position. Ralnor's sort of nestled there, chin on Gwynwyn's leg, kind of having forced his head underneath one of her palms, and he's looking up at you. When a door opens in this room, a woman steps out of here. There's a bit of a bit is a wrong word here. There is fury and confusion in her eyes as she steps out. You've seen her several times, mostly over dinners. Clad in brilliant armor. You can see this plate here with a pair of brown wings sprouted out of her back. You hear the sound of guards behind her as more soldiers are following in. As you see, clad like a Valkyrie, Sophia Rolemnon. What in the 9 hells is going on here?
They killed Gwynwyn.
She looks down. Confusion quickly turns to sadness. She looks incredibly conflicted. You see that as she walked in here, as she kind of rounds the corner.
Was being impersonated by by an assassin controlled by a man named Mr. Bugarda. He's downstairs with a member of the Crown Guard if you want to ask him questions. But frankly, right now I'm interested in the fact that my friend is dead.
In her left hand, she holds this long spear, a banner coiled tight around it. Sophia was here to fight.
Yeah.
And looks down at Gwynwyn. Lilie, I need you to put your sword down.
I dismiss it.
I pray to all the gods above and below what you're saying is true. Please don't make this difficult.
You gonna arrest me?
I have to do my job.
Do I get to write a letter? Because I am telling the truth. You can ask everyone downstairs.
I'll be with you. We're not going... You won't find yourself in a dungeon cell, but we have to hold you. We have to find out what's happened here. This... You see, at this point, some of the more men are coming out here. You see one of them begins removing a set of small manacles, just for your arms, not like leg locks or anything here, and is going to attempt to put you in manacles. Are you resisting?
Can I at least let them know?
I will speak with your friends. You can walk. We can go downstairs.
We're all gonna get arrested.
Okay.
You guys can hear this. She's not talking quietly. This is a furious human
Meanie?
woman, brown hair.
If I give you 4,000 gold pieces, can you get Gwynwyn to a temple?
We can discuss things. If I took anything from you here and now, before we have the lay of the land, I'll be in a cell with you.
Great. We have the documents showing that we were here to fulfill a contract. We'll be in and out.
I hope you're telling the truth. This isn't the first time today I've had to put one of my friends in manacles.
Oh shit, Adon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
She takes a step forward. You know, as she steps in, she kind of locks eyes with Gerard. They have very similar positions.
Yeah.
He's an elite member of the Royal Guard, essentially, the Crown's Guard here. She's a member of the military.
Yeah.
They're very much related here. She doesn't seem to be putting Gerard in chains at this time, but she's going around one by one, having men come over, men and women, the guards here, and
Wait.
unless the party's risen, yes.
Did you send people by our warehouse? That's where Adon was.
Yeah, we're criminals now. Whatever.
Oh.
Yeah.
We have to find out why certain actors were involved in this situation. I cannot change anything here, as the orders are from King Mudrust himself. Long may he reign.
Okay.
Chunk. Is anyone resisting this attempt? Thorn, Ismini, Lilie.
No, but I will say, I think Ismini, myself, and Thorn as an extension deserve to be treated with all the respect as members and allies of the House of Summer.
Can I get into my bag real quick to pull out my scroll? Lily Arendral, first degree name of
I will
House Summer.
show my symbol.
The Arendral family.
Laurentius Thorn.
Arendral. We're an ally of the House of Summer. He's a kin.
I will
Pull out my
escort you.
symbol of
An
illustration.
ally.
There are precautions I must take, but I will escort you myself to Shelt.
Great.
As
We'll
I
be in
said,
Shelt.
I don't intend to throw you in a dungeon. We need to find answers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm vouching for you in every way that I can. I hope it's right to do so. And
We know-
Sophia, Adon's friend, is going to, again, if no one's resisting,
Yeah, we're not
put you in
resisting.
chains.
Lily Arendral, first
I can't believe I revealed who I like reveal time.
I regret nothing. I did
I-
nothing wrong.
I think you just got a status bump, actually. Ally of the House of Summer.
Can I know?
The night we have in the basement.
We have a man in our basement.
Do it in our basement. He loves it in our basement. To be fair, I got to see this by accidentally kidnapping a princess.
Mum's the word.
He's gonna be like,
It's all the same thing.
it's like
He was a bad guy.
password.
They have to be able to open my door.
He was a bad guy.
He's behind arcane lock, guys.
They have to be able to
Like they
open my
have
door.
wizards.
Bad guy.
There's a man at home.
Thank God we're not,
No,
for lack of better
no.
citizens of Eltz.
Let me say it in a more complete way. Behind a magical lock, dug onto the floor,
By round door. Round door dug in this hole.
in a hole. Not a basement, just a hole.
As for your creature, she's never met Ralnor.
Right.
A kin of the House of Summer.
He's a pet.
We are very magical folk, you know.
You understand, we will have to cage your creature.
Oh, he's not gonna do well, but it's okay. If you leave him at least an eyesight of me, he may do better.
As we end tonight's session, the Defiant Smiles in chains, and Gwynwyn Grandfear dead.
Wow.
Next week's gonna be a doozy, guys.
And Silas comes back.
Jake has spent his days
bust us out
doing
of
quite
jail.
different things.
One day. It's been one day.
He's been one day away.
This was
from me,
one
guys.
day. We said we're gonna take down the mob. We fought them at night. 24 hours later, we're getting arrested for kidnapping the princess.
I would like to mention 11 dead Eltzian soldiers.
Fireball.
That's what
Fireballs.
diplomatic community's for.
Diplomatic immunity.
Okay, so maybe the campaign doesn't continue enough.
Do you think gold dragons count
This
as
is
warriors?
So, what's
Good.
what's the word for
Yes.
outcast? Is that the word?
Pariah.
Pariah. That's it.
Happy or sad? High rolls or low rolls? I want to thank each and every one of you because I think today was a very good representation of what Dungeons and Dragons can do.
Yeah.
You all are fantastic players, and I treasure each of these sessions. I think we're gonna end our night here, and when we come back next week, we'll be meeting some new faces, overcoming some new challenges, and learn about what else has happened in Shelt while the party wasn't looking. Good night, everyone. Thank you for watching Stories to D4. If you like us, subscribe, follow, click all the buttons. Come join us on social media.
Follow
And
us
come
on Twitter.
game in our Discord. You can lizard people.
Lizard people chat every Friday.
Lizard people. Lizard people.
Don't say that so often they're listening.
Oh
I hope they find me.
Read. That's the real question is, can they read?
no! Sorry, it's lizard folk. Let's say it right. Well, great job, everyone. Amanda, we've got some talking to do,
Yeah.
and we will see you next time. Good night, everyone.
Night.
Right.